guys, welcome to the La Capa de Africana Grand Finale. So, guys, it's the big day we've all been waiting for, and this is the day of which we're gonna see it's gonna be decided who will be the one taking home the victor trophy of the La Capa de Africana. So, it's gonna be hectic, it's gonna be tight, but we are here to observe, to witness the history in the making. So, guys, be ready because it's about to go down in today's games. So, guys, I'm just here to make sure everything is set on point as we're getting ready here. I believe the guys are all there. I believe the casters are there. So maybe you can hear something from them regarding how they are expecting the game to be. The casters?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. It is La Coupe d'Africaine Season 2. It is the grand finale, like Don Bash just told you. We're about to head into match number 1. It is Sanhok, and I'm here with Mitch. Mitch, how have you prepared for the grand finals? You know, we still have 1 HP in there, so I know that's going to make you happy.
Yeah, of course. I'm here for 1 HP and every other team, of course. I'm not going to be biased or maybe choose 1 HP and then I give them the whole caster's cast. So I'm just going to lay low and wish every team all the best. We, of course, are in the grand finals and I'm here with Chris. So probably it's going to be a really good time and I'm hoping the teams are ready to entertain us and I hope they've also practiced enough. This is the finals and I'm expecting a lot of impressive gameplays from the players.
All right, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's hop straight into match number 1. I'm excited. You know, it's Sanhok. I know the vibes are going to be absolutely immaculate. I have seen some teams that have struggled with Sanhok over the past couple of days with the semi-finals and the cup stages. Some teams struggled heavily with Sanhok. So I'm going to be keeping my eyes peeled on those specific teams. I'm not going to name no names, but it is what it is. I want to see who's going to come out on top in match number 1 today. So let's head straight into the action. Match number 1, we got Sanhok. Then we head over to Erangel, Miramar. Then we swap it up with Erangel and Miramar again for match number 5. Again, you have to be strong in Sanhok. It is very ideal because Sanhok only comes by 1 time. So that 1 time you have to make it count. It has to count for something. So yeah, Project X, AFRO Esports for strength. Madagascar, Nigeria, Madagascar again. And then we have 03 brothers from Nigeria, Spy Esports. I believe from Sudan. Player Killers also from Sudan. And a couple of Knockout Illuminates also from Sudan. Inferno Rage, the only team that could make it through for Ghana. 1 hit from MAJD. Also, I believe they're from Sudan as well. Recalcitrant Forces from Sudan. 10-11 from Nigeria. And Neon Rising also from Nigeria as well. So we do have some interesting teams here. Knockout Machines also from Libya. Temper from South Africa, Recalcitrant Crew from Sudan. Woo! What a star-studded lineup we've got as well. And last but not least, it is 1 HP from Kenya, the only Kenyan surviving team. They have been absolutely phenomenal. They clawed their way to the finals. They literally clawed their way to the finals.
Mm-hmm. And of course, you don't want to mention them, but they're actually really good. So we have to give them that. We saw what Bula can do. So I'm hoping tonight he impresses us the same way. And for every other team, of course, I'm just going to wait and see. We have our team there like 10-11. We're going to see what they're going to do. For esports, we also need to see. I don't know what happened to 03 during the semis. I didn't understand what happened. At first, they were leading, then we saw what happened there. So I'm hoping that that doesn't happen again in the finals. But let's just wait and see. It's probably going to be a really interesting night with game one being Sanhok. I'm hoping we don't see a lot of campers and snakes. I'm hoping they become aggressive because it's the finals anyway.
Yep, you're right. You're absolutely right about that. So without further ado, I think it's time for us to head straight into Sanhok because I'm excited. I'm ready. I know that there's a lot of teams that are waiting to just put some serious point on on the board, especially in this Sanhok game. The first game is always going to be a very big decider on how the rest of the games go. You know, some teams they tend to buckle under the pressure. They start things off very slow. Some teams like to kick things off very quickly and increase the gap between them and the rest of the opposition. It is a very, very clear-cut and powerful strategy, but can they do the same? Remember, there's so many teams that we saw in the semifinals. All it took them was just a little bit of chance. We saw 4Rec do exactly that, qualifying with just one game. That was absolutely diabolical. Qualifying 26 points with just one game. They qualified over the Magicians and Zanetti Esports. It was absolutely heart-wrenching to watch because it was the last game and that was the tiebreaker. The tiebreaker was, placement in the final game, and their placement happened to be the chicken dinner. And the chicken dinner was going to be the tiebreaker if that didn't work out. But it was absolutely crazy what the guys from Recalcitrant Forces pulled off in that final day. I know that it was insane. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get straight into the action. It is Sanhok. Mitch, what are your predictions?
Like I said earlier, I'm not going to make any predictions. I'm not ready to be the one making it hard for our teams to win. So I'm just going to say I'm hoping that for the teams that we saw doing really well, I hope that the same teams you're going to be seeing. Not only that, even for those teams that really surprised us for the first time when I was doing the prediction, I didn't mention AFRO Esports, and then you saw them come in and getting two chicken dinners consecutively. So I'm not sure if I'm going to make a prediction tonight, Chris. I don't want you to tell me I shot myself in the foot. I don't want to do that. I'm just going to say I hope I'm impressed. I hope we see a new team taking up the lead in this first game.
All right. Well, we're about to find out what is going to be so special, but take a look at that playing path from the south all the way down to the western side, or rather southeast to the western side. Most teams cut right through the middle. It's going to be very favorable for them. You can see Project X, they are sitting quite nicely in Painan, and they are going to be holding down the fort in this first cut. Again, I would be wary of playing inside of Painan, because of how easily it is for you to get surrounded, especially when the zone is no longer favorable. There's not too many exit strategies you can employ if teams are trying to keep you in. But again, it also proves very, very useful for teams that do love to play defensively and teams that are blessed with the zone, especially like in the final third, and if they are able to keep those positions at bay. But it looks like 10-11 will be also not. They will be standing on business here against one hit. They do love themselves some boot camp activities, so that we're going to be keeping our eyes peeled to see if they are going to be standing on business. In the lineup, we've got Bego, Mentor, Amar, and Enemy. An interesting lineup so far they've got. We are going to be moving quite expeditiously inside of boot camp. Again, they have to be very quick with this. The play zone doesn't look like it's going to stay in boot camp. It looks like by zone 3, it's going to be out of here. So every decision from this point counts. Everything you do going forward, it tallies to how you're going to perform in this final. So Mitch, you've seen the playing path, you've seen the potential rotations. For this type of playing path, for this type of zone, for these type of teams, what rotation would you recommend would be ideal for teams that are trying to play outside of a position like boot camp right now?
Well, for this game, it doesn't seem like it's going to end in boot camp. Already, the zone is somehow about to leave a boot camp once it shifts. I hope it does, so that we can see what will happen here with the El Majid team at 10-11. Being that this is usually their landing spot, even while we were watching in the semis, this is where they landed. And for the teams that are not here, the rotation, I'm hoping they will be staying closer to the zone, just closer to even a place like boot camp. I'm sure some people are going to avoid it. But for this game, the rotation shouldn't be really that far, especially for the teams that are planning to stay far out and do the late rotations. They might be surprised with the teams that have already secured good places in the zone, holding good compounds. Sanhok is not a map that you can just come in and go inside a building without thinking through. You might find someone like Roma here in a building, snaking in a building. So I don't think staying outside might be the best thing for them. And you can see already boot camp is already heating up, so you can imagine.
Kenzo in trouble there, and that is a clean wipe. 10-11 will cut down one hit, and it all but took one hit. And it is an unfortunate scenario for them there. 10-11 up the score. 4 eliminations to the good. They are looking very, very solid right now. And it's a very, very good way to start things off. But it looks like 4 strength could be in some trouble here. Julio and Kuz have been knocked away, and knockout machines are looking very, very diabolical right now. Lil Boy just prone a little bit closer, but that's too close to comfort. And that grenade almost set him on his way. A little bit of a warning there. Lil Boy gets the finish. Roma goes back into the corner. The Vector springs out and drops him immediately down to his knees. Glock 9 is already on the backside, jumps through, and the DBS connects. And 4 strength will have their hair cut. Like Sam said in the Bible, they will lose all of their hair, and they will lose all of their strength, as they will go back into the lobby. Unfortunate scenario for them. Knockout machines standing the test of time. Again, I think it was because of Roma was prone. You know, I think that was more of a disadvantage than advantage, Mitch. I think Roma just couldn't, react in time. That is the disadvantage when you're prone. To react is going to be significantly slower. And I think that is one of the reasons why for strength, I think that was one of the reasons why knockout machines lost Roma, because of he was prone. And I think that also is one of the reasons why 4 strength couldn't actually, gather enough intel on the guys from knockout machines, and that led to them, losing the fight.
Well, that's true. But if you find a very good snake, it's very hard to kill a snake if you can't see it. So I'm guessing the snake skill level was not that good. Probably it should have maybe dressed as Victor. And that outfit for some reason has some luck, especially if you're planning to camp or snake or just hold some certain corner in the building. That outfit definitely does some wonders for players. So I wouldn't say okay, it's true you cannot reflex fast with your snaking, but if you're a good snake, then no one can get you unless you're wearing shouting colors. But a snake is always the way to go, priest. Honestly, snaking works a lot. I don't know how to put it, but. If you're scared of Sanhok like me and you decide to snake, trust me, you can get your winner chicken dinner. As long as you play like the noobs when you're starting PUBG and you're told to wear green outfits because you're going to play Sanhok, so you wear green trouser, green shirt, no skin on the helmet, no skin on the bag, just to be all green. I think you can win your chicken, unless I started off PUBG very early, but I think that was a strategy if you're trying to win Sanhok. Unless Priest, you started later after me, but that does work, I promise you.
Green outfits, really? I thought that was a myth. I thought that never actually worked, because I was always looking for the ghillie suit. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I do my bit of snaking as well. I did. Let me not say I do. I can't use present tense. I did my bit of snaking back then, but I always did it with with the ghillie suits because I was always looking. So I was always hunting airdrops. So that was the reason why I never got into like passive, playing passively because I just loved looting airdrops,
Huh.
and that turned into me fighting
Mm-hmm.
at airdrops, every time. So by the time I'm looting an airdrop and any teams are already ambushing the same airdrop, and
Mm-hmm.
next thing you know, it's a full blown
Uh-huh.
World War III in there. So and
Yeah.
especially that time when the DBS was in the airdrops, bruh,
Mm-hmm.
it was crazy because
Yeah.
that kind of it was it was just wild.
Mm.
But yeah, we gotta still respect. We still gotta respect the snakes. I know you're
Mm-hmm.
advocating for the snakes, so yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta respect the snakes
Mm.
regardless.
Yeah, they need to be
We gotta respect
seen.
the snakes regardless.
Yeah, they need to be heard. That's basically it. But it's nice to see we have some oldies in the game here. I thought maybe you didn't play PUBG then, and maybe you started off as a pro, and I started off as a noob. But seeing that you had the same experience, that's actually really nice. And of course, the people watching the live, I'm sure they've had the same experience. And I'm hoping as they watch the live, they get to like, share, and subscribe, and enjoy in the comment section, interact with your friends, support your regions, and give them the morale. It's the finals. Carrying your flag high might just be what they're trying to do here. And for the teams that maybe it won't work out for them, that's totally okay. There's always a next time, probably season 3 for the La Cup. But for now, we're in season 2. This is the grand finals, and it's going quite slow, seeing how semis was and how everyone was really going aggressive, even in Sanhok. But for this game, for some reason, we still have 14 teams in the lobby, and that does say a lot. Honestly, when we were watching the semis, if I'm not wrong, Chris, by the time we were in the second zone, some teams, at least 3 or 4 teams, already taken back to lobby, and we also had some teams getting closer to each other. But what you can see here right now is everyone is basically holding compounds. No one is moving. They landed in the zone and they're staying in the zone. No one wants to expose themselves. This is quite interesting, but I get it's the finals, and I don't know if it's going to work for the teams that didn't get maybe a lot of points in the semis and they're starting all over again. But what do you think about this, Priest? Is it more on the finals are telling, making the players to choose the not to engage this early, or the zone itself just forced them to play like this?
Well, I think it's a combination of both.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think the zone also has a little bit of a role to play there. You can see that it's quite central. You do have knockout machines playing in from the north, deep into the south. Player killers also coming through from the docks. They're split into a 3-1, and looks like Griff is going to be the first one to get knocked away. Krona will cut it out immediately there. Sudan with the upper hand, 2 eliminations to the good, and they will enjoy that one, and they will capitalize on Griff. I think he was AFK and
Mm-hmm.
just couldn't manage his way into the game, and unfortunately, he will be going back into the lobby. But to your other point, yeah, I think it does have a little bit to do with the fact that this is the finals, and these are the best teams that
Mm-hmm.
have made their way to the finals. So their strategies and the way they have played up until this point also, it's very very consequential to how they play most of these positions that they've been provided. And it looks like Inferno, Rage, and O3 Brothers will be locking horns just outside of the quarry, and they are going to have a little bit of a deadlock position here as Reels escapes from the opposition. The bullets traveling at super speeds will catch him in the back, but fortunately for him, he will get his HP back up. Again, it would have been much more ideal for him to use, a painkiller or an energy drink or something. He didn't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily have to burn through a med kit for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because every single utility here is very vital. You cannot afford to burn through utilities. And again, if you're playing as a duo, as O3 is doing, I think it would be ideal for them to also play much more this speed, not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily moving around too much, but I think they can hold off into a compound like this, play a little bit more closer to the center of the circle so
Mm-hmm.
that they won't have to make too many rotations, playing as a duo. I mean, if you're playing as a duo, Mitch, do
Mm-hmm.
you think it would be ideal to still take engagements, or are you one of those that says, whatever it is, man, it is what it is. I'm still gonna play the exact same way. The strategy is not going to change. Oh, what a spray! from Project X, and Knockout Illuminates will go dark immediately there. He will not see the light, as 3BS will be sent back into the lobby. An unfortunate turn of events there. Solid spray from Suzuya. How many meters can you spray, Mitch? Like, how many meters do you think your spray can go? Because that's quite a distance.
Yeah, it is quite a distance. Even being honest, Priest, I have the worst spray, but for the full scope. But if it were maybe 6 reduced to 3, that's the most stable scope I can use. I can't say the exact meters, but oh, okay. Spy is here. Spy is a third party. So that's actually unfortunate. Little boy did make it. He was not the first one to go back to lobby. This time round, he's the second one to go back to lobby for his team. And you can see Spy is already engaged, and they have another team right next to them, that is Neon. So we're going to see something happening here. But fun fact, Priest, when I started PUBG, what made me, I'm not saying famous because I'm not famous, but what made me known is sniping.
You're famous. Stop it. You're famous, please.
Stop now.
Stop being modest.
I'm not famous.
You're famous. Everybody knows you.
I doubt it, but if they do, that's nice. But I was known because of sniping. I love sniping, the quick scopes, all that. But when it comes to spraying, that thing, they shouldn't have introduced AWMs and AMRs, M24 car, if they wanted us to learn how to spray. So I just didn't focus on the spraying. So let's say around 200, 300 meters, that's fine. But past that, it's going to be a shaky kind of spray there. I'm not really good at the sprays, but sniping, Priest, I can take you on it. There's no way you defeat me on sniping.
Oh, you're sure? All right.
100%.
We'll put a wager on that. We'll stream that 1v1 sniping only.
You'll regret saying that.
We'll put a wager. I'm gonna definitely take your money. But it looks like Knockout Illuminates might be trying their best to hold off here. There's a lot of engagement. There's a lot of teams in the area. Neon Rising looking for a way through as well. First man playing off of the ground floor there, peeking out the shack to gather as much intel as possible for the rest of his teammates. Quexa makes a rotation off of that northern side, goes up the hill and around. But there's still bullets flying all over in that eastern corner as well. For first man is not moving too much. Knockout Illuminates have lost a player, so they do have to be significantly careful. But Project X, and unfortunately that project will come to an end. Back into the lobby they go. And recalcitrant forces have started to activate. 3 eliminations to the good. Now they've set their sights on AFRO Esports. One will bite the dust. Neon Rising also in trouble. Player killers descending upon them. That guy will go back into the lobby as well. Slam. And Slam is playing off of that intel. He does have a sight line on player killers, but unfortunately, he doesn't have all the intel he needs to make an informed decision. We'll apply some more pressure up onto that corner. Killjoy sprays into that right-hand side. X have to be very careful. Bricks inside, and that's a beautiful spray as well from Killjoy. And he will kill their joy, but he peeks out a little bit too long. The return fire is brilliant as he falls to the side. But Merrick is going to be the last one left for AFRO Esports. Killjoy will be getting picked up. Krona already making the push, goes for the finish. Noddy will swallow all of those bullets. Back into the lobby he goes. Merrick is exposed, and they know that he's there. A grenade might follow through, and that is the right choice. Krona trying to cook this out immediately. Pops it over to the top, and he bends it over to that right-hand side. The smoke's already coming out from Merrick. He knows his play. He knows exactly what he's about to do here. But Forek will not let this rest. They will not let it slide. He makes the advance again. Krona making the push on. AFRO Esports, they have been absolutely fantastic since the semi-finals. But now Forek might be getting them stopped away. Spray into that corner again. Merrick feigns into the right-hand side. S12K to the corner as well. Pray into that right-hand side. The jump shot is good from Kronal. And that will be good night. 8 eliminations for Forek. Here we go again, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go again.
Yes, sir. I didn't expect AFRO Esports to go that fast, but Well, the game seems to be taking a different turn here. We have 10-11. They have Spy right next to them, and where Bego is standing as of now is actually quite exposed. We have knockout machines stopping the 0-3 brothers as they try to make it to the zone. Already they're down 3 players. We have one guy remaining from their team. I'm not sure if you're going to see a clutch there with their position in the game, but let's just give them time and maybe wait and see what is happening here on their end. For knockout machines, they actually have a really good sport, but not that good if someone decides to flank them. That might not work for them. They might be sandwiched and have a really hard time trying to make it to the zone. We have players, killers, another team that we've not seen them really shining through the game. They've been playing really slow. We have Temper there, beautiful spray from Tikat. Oh, bro, Chris, I don't know how to say that name, so Kit Kat. So the guy has been knocked here, and we have at least one player remaining from their team, and unfortunately, Spy comes from the back. And for the team here, it is GG's to them. We'll see them in the next game. But we have a lot happening here. Spy is also getting some of their teammates getting knocked. The zone is also shifting. So for teams that are not inside the zone, like Temper, they need to move. 10-11 is far away from the zone. Forek as well, far away from the zone. But we have 10-11 engaging in a fight. Spy is right in front of them. Query is definitely a mining field for kills. You can see how 10-11 is not letting this slide. They want to be there and they want to get as many kills as possible, but they have to factor in the zone as of now. But everyone in Query is feeling the pressure. For the people that are not in zone, they need to move. 10-11, Mentor is down. I believe that's the player people said he's the OP for 10-11. We have him down. We have Amar trying to get the revive here for his teammate. As the players from Spire right in front of them, the zone is now shifting. They might not have enough time to do all this revive and then go towards the zone. This late flanking is not really working for these teams. You can see Spy here is really having a hard time trying to make it to the zone to even escape 10-11 as of now. But we'll wait and see. Beautiful spray there. We have our knock and Temper is at the middle. Second knock. Woo! Hey, okay. This man is definitely on fire, trying to cook up some kills for 10-11. I believe it's time for 10-11 to try. I say this is CST and appreciate the one at 10-11 and they do this. So I'm hoping to see more of what is going to happen here. But Temper, what? 10-11 was caught off guard, but that is it for 10-11. GG's to you. We have recalcitrant forces and Temper together with RC just right in the middle of Query. A lot is going to happen for sure. If you're not in zone, it might not work out. But it seems like recalcitrant forces doesn't know 10-11 has been eliminated from that place. They're still getting nades cooked up. Temper has one player down, 2 remaining. That is Updog and Captain. So we'll just wait and see what is going to happen here. We have Sudani teams. I believe so, right, Chris? This is Sudan.
Yes, it is Sudan.
Okay.
4 rec, 17 eliminations to the good.
Whoa.
And it looks like they might just be running away with this one. Gunner still off the way. Temper trying to absolutely best to hold on. A little bit of a peak and a drop. And X, unfortunately, will not get the better of Dog there. Temper now starting to work together with RC, looking for a way through. Killjoy with the first spray. A little bit of a back and forth. And that will be the nail in the coffin there. 4 rec. Recalcitrant forces will take that chicken dinner. What a way to start things off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's head over to the host desk. Don Bash, how do you feel about that game? That was absolutely intense.
No, honestly, surely that was just as I suspected. Yesterday, as we saw 4 rec wrecking in 24 points in one game. And I actually yesterday was even saying, what if these guys came in for the whole 5 games? It would be something else. But imagine one game qualifying for the finals, and today's first game showing us they are undisputed at the moment with more than 20 kills. Wow. That's on another level. That team is on another level, 110%. Because you've seen the poses these guys are having on their pics, on their posters. The poses are just intimidating without doing anything. Okay, so that's it. Huh? Let's see what can I say? The statistics for the games. Yes, there we have it. The team stats there. The winner chicken dinner team. As we can see now, we have X there with 726 damages, 7 elims, 3 assists and knockouts, 3. Killjoy, the guy who kills the joy for everyone there, with 5 elims, 740 damages with assist 5, knockout 4. And not forgotten, there are Corona. Okay, I nearly said Corona last time, but 10, 25 damages, elims 4. And we can see now assist there, 5, knockouts 3. Not forgetting Cacao. Bras, I see the seriousness on the poster there with 481 damages, elims 3, assist 1, and knockouts 3. So as you can see now, the match summary there, as we can see now, have 60 elims in this game with 59 knockouts. The first game I'm seeing more elims, less knockouts. This is the first one. Total hailings 6,639. What a wonderful day. And grenade elims are 3, assists there 35. Interesting with channel O vehicle elims there for this first game of the grand finale day 1. Okay, moving to the comparison here, we have now the 4-rec and 10-11. You can see now 4-rec there wrecking in 2972 damages and 1468 for the 10-11, wrecking in 13 knocks and 9 knocks for 10-11, 19 elims for 4-rec and 9 for 10-11. Nice. Okay, as you can see now, for the elims in 4-rec are almost 20. Yeah. Whoa. Okay, seems like I've added some things there with 29 points, total points for 4-rec. Imagine the first game, these guys have already wrecked in 29 points, and for the 10-11 it's 13 points for 10-11. Moving towards the match MVP. Yes, the guy who always tell you, shush, you're still small, right? With X, 7 elims, 726 damages with assist 3, knockout 3, throwables, channel O and hailings 208. This guy survived to the last minute. Okay, moving now to the fraggers, top fraggers. Seems like we're still seeing the guy who's showing the other guys, you still small, just keep it shut with 726 elims 7 X, that is the Killjoy, 740 damages with elim 5, following 10-11 Ammar Jr. With 680 damages and 5 elims with Corona with 10-25 damages and 4 elims. This is the guy who always takes actually does a lot of damage. And then we have the Talas with 452 damages and elims 4. That is for our top fraggers in match number 1. As you can see, guys, these guys are on a serious note here, working directly here to the match ranking here. We can see now 4-rec, first game, 29 points, following 10-11 at position number 2 with 13 points. Tempers, I hope these guys won't get enough tempers here. I believe I want them to have a temper so that they can move in to position 1. Well, if they can, for the 4-rec there. With 10 points, the gap is, for the position 1, position 2, gap of 16 points. And at number 4 there, we have Reka with 8 points, Spy with 8 points, that's a tie for them. Player Killers with 7 points, O3 Brothers 4 points, Knockout Machines 3 points, 1 HP with 3 points, Knockout Elims, 3 points. So we have 3 teams with 3 points. Inferno Rage with 2 points, and Project X with 1, and Full Strength with 1. AFRO ESPORTS, Neon Rising, and MAJD 1 hit with a channel. Okay, guys, as we are now preparing for game number 2. We'll be right back in a few.
Attention! This is not a test. This is a message. It's time to wake up. Find the beast and scan the code. This is not a test. This is a message. It's time to wake up. Find the beast and scan the code. Attention! This is not a test. This is a message. It's time to wake up. Find the beast and scan the code. Attention! This is not a test. This is a message. It's time to wake up. Find the beast and scan the code.
All right. Welcome back to the show. La Coupe d'Africaine season, baby. It is season 2. It is Priest and I'm here with Mitch. We just saw game number one. Full rec already standing on business. 29 points, 19 eliminations. It doesn't get any better than that, and an interesting, um, it's a very very interesting dynamic that we've seen so far. Most teams able to lock things down and get some points on the board. 10-11 also trying to chase through, but that's a long, long way they need to go if they are trying to catch up with full rec. Again, Mitch, if you're trying to catch full rec, what is the best kind of strategy to use in a scenario where the first game they're already doing almost 30 points? What would you do to catch up with them?
Camp, 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 camp. That's a whole statement. You camp and you continue camping till you get to the top teams. Maybe make the right calls. I believe some teams are really losing their points because of how they're just taking on fights without looking through it. You have some teams just well, they find a fight, they see a fight, and they decide, okay, let's take this. But sometimes it's not really worth it, you know. If we have a goal of getting to the top teams, why am I stopping this early to engage in a fight? And I can just wait out and maybe engage later. But I hope they change their strategy. To be honest, but for a team like Project X in Rozok, they don't have an option. They landed with Neon Rising. Unless they have a vehicle, they can change their position, but sometimes even changing your position might just cost you being in the same vehicle, and then you meet someone with a really good spray that might have you guys going back to lobby early. But for now, what I'll tell the teams is that if you want to catch up with the forex, you have to camp. Yeah, just camp, I'm guessing.
Well, you all heard it from Mitch. The best form of offense is defense. So we're going to keep our eyes peeled and see who's going to adopt that strategy and if it's going to work out for them. But so far, we're currently sitting on 62 players in the lot. 16 teams very, very much available here. Playzone already giving them a little bit of an inkling of where the action is going to be. Knockout machines and knockout illuminates could be locking horns and knocking each other out any moment from now. Would take a little bit more time to get more intel, but 3BS and First Man also playing just a little bit of the northern side, and Roma is making a little bit of an advance into that corner pocket, trying to make too much of noise or raise any unnecessary awareness to his position. Maybe looking for that element of surprise. Hopefully it works out for him, as it will work out for the rest of his teammates. They will think about it though moving forwards. Glock 9 and Mushax with Muad and Roma, all of them looking for a little bit of something to change things up, but we're going to be keeping our eyes peeled to see if they are going to be the ones to take match number 2, or if Forek can do a back-to-back chicken dinner.
It's possible, you know.
But speaking of chicken dinners, I was just about to ask you now, speaking of chicken dinners, if Forek does a chicken dinner, or how many chicken dinners do you think they have to do for you to be sure that they are La Coupe d'Africaine champions?
5.
5 chicken dinners.
Yes, because
But that
from
is
the
50
semis.
points. I don't think you can win La Coupe with 50 points.
Okay, they can. If they have kills, they can. Already they're leading. So how many chicken dinners do you want them to have, to be honest?
I mean, if we're being honest, if they are trying to, win outrightly from the number of points they could accrue, I
5.
think it would be like 7,
Eh,
you know.
7 that would be a long stretch. A very long one.
Yeah. because we saw how they played in the semifinals. We've seen how they've started off today's games. It is absolutely hectic dealing with a team this violent, a team this strong, a team that is very, 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 very aggressive, and also has a lot of IQ and zone ability. It's always impressive to watch. So we are going to be looking out for them as well. But Pachinki is going to be home to knockout machines and knockout illuminates. It's all about who's going to get the first knock and send the first person out.
Is a team as strong as the IGL or as strong as the team itself?
Ooh, that's an interesting question. That's an interesting take. But I think a team is only as strong as the calls that IGL makes. I think they're only as strong as the call the IGL makes because, 3 times out of 4 is all about the decisions that the IGL has made in a particular scenario that will either advance your progress and or decline it. Again, it still boils down. I still have to factor in individual ability. So that's why I said 3 times out of 4. That fourth time, I would say player ability can change things or swap things, move things around from place to place. But outside of that, I would say that it is all about the decisions the IGL makes on behalf of the team, and also if the team actually communicates clearly, makes the right decision based off of what the IGL has proposed, because the IGL doesn't necessarily make the decisions from the team, but he does give ideas, suggestions, stuff that they should look out for, and then he would suggest the best course of action. So it's really left to the team to follow everything that has been laid out, the plan, by the letter, and then take it from there. But for me, I think the IGL plays the most important role here, and it looks like O3 Brothers will be chasing down Inferno Rage, and it could be a very, very tricky scenario for them. Reels continues to chase down, and a knock is found. Ringo falls out of the monster truck, and there's trouble for him as well. Now Reels pulls up into the corner again, sways into the right hand side. The DBS connects, and he's going to be swept into the lobby immediately there. But O3 somehow drive into the water, give away their position. And unfortunately for them, that is not going to be very, very fortunate. As 007 is still in trouble, knocked away. Gentle sprays over to the top hand side, doesn't connect. Nexus falls into the corner. Basu will be cut away, sent back into the lobby. Inferno Rage, you're thinking, you're grasping, holding on. Griff exposed, knocked away. And that is going to be good night as well for Griff. And that is an unfortunate scenario for him. 10-11 will secure their first elimination at the expense of Neon Rising. Had no idea that was going to be the case. It looks like O3 Brothers. They have accidentally sent themselves back into the lobby.
I'm sad. Well, that is quite unfortunate. Coming from the 03 brothers. I don't think that was part of their plan. To be honest, it's never anyone's plans, but we have seen that before. We have seen them nading each other, accidentally nading each other, not just their team, but also another team does the same thing. Knockout machines, what is not happening? I think the tension is making the players here panic and maybe trying to cook up a nade. Sometimes you get distracted. You're thinking, where am I going to throw it? And then you end up throwing it back towards you and nading either you or your teammate, which at the end of the day does cost your team. So I'm hoping they can relax and think through their fights. But we can see the 1 HP, the 1 Heavenly Punishers have decided to join the fight here in Pochinki. I don't know if that's the right call, but let's see if it's going to work out for them. But we have Inferno Rage being taken back to lobby really early in the game. We already have 2 teams in lobby right now. We have the 03 Brothers and Inferno Rage as the teams that have already been eliminated. We are just in the second stage of the zone, and you can see what is happening as of now. But we have MAJD just next where we have the 4 rec. And I'm hoping to see this fight happen because these are two teams that have really shown us promising gameplays here and there. So I'm hoping we do see something here happening sooner or later. We have 10, 11, and Temper also taking each other on there. We saw 10, 11 doing some sort of flank, and it seems like they have encountered the team Temper, and we're going to see a fight here sooner or later. But let's see how this plays out. We can see vehicles, that means there's a rotation, and people are avoiding this fight, making the right calls, asking themselves, is it worth it to engage in this fight or not? We also have the 1 HP team here. They seem to be losing players as well, so that means a lot is happening here. Menta might have just disconnected, but we have a knock on his end. But luckily for him, Majir, Amar. Okay, I'm just going to call him Amar. He was able to cover his teammate Mentor, and the revive is finally taking place. Otherwise, they would have lost their teammate Mentor here. It seems like he was disconnected at some point, but then he came back, and that's a really lucky points in the game because sometimes the disconnecting does cost your team. And it seems like Pochinki is finally heating up. We have the knockouts teams are engaging in a fight. Knockout machines already has one of their players is in lobby, one is down, two of them are trying to see if they can survive through this. Nate is getting cooked. Do we have a beautiful pre-fire here from the knockout machines getting the knockout illuminates? That's a very interesting thing. Two teams with almost the same name. And right now in Pochinki, it is definitely going to be interesting.
Ooh.
Beautiful Kobe there, and we have now a push that might just take place here between the knockout limit and the machines. We have beautiful free fires. The bees on second knock. He switches. Oh man, I was waiting for something, to be honest. I was waiting for some clutch to happen, but unfortunately, it seems like in Pochinki now, one team has been eliminated, and that is the knockout machines, leaving knockout illuminate and the 1 HP XDR. They're also in Pochinki. Oh, player killers. That means the 1 HP team did actually retreat, and now another team has decided to join the party. That is the player killers, and for the first time, Erangel is going faster than Sanhok. That is also something I was not expecting, to be honest. And we'll just wait and see if this is going to be that fast game for Erangel. Those type of fast games that happen without you expecting it to be that way.
Well, we're going to see while the game progresses. It's going to be very interesting because knockout illuminates will eliminate knockout machines, knocking them all the way down to 11th place currently. As things are sitting right now, they did manage to secure some points earlier on, but unfortunately didn't amount to much. Still a big opportunity for the likes of AFRO Esports. One hit, Neon Rising and Force Strength to topple them over. So we are going to be keeping our eyes peeled on if that's going to be more of the same. 1 HP now looking for a way through. 4 rec. It's going to be a hard one to crack there. First spray over to the top side. Can 1 HP be the team that puts 4 rec back into the lobby? Dula, we know what he's capable of. Can he find an angle? Kenya against Sudan. We saw them, I believe they did try something like this, try something similar into the corners. Unfortunately, didn't necessarily yield much. X breaks the silence, gets the first knock into that corner. Dula's a little bit a ways away there. Can he double up? Can he put some pressure? Kronal making off the right hand side, might decide to pop in through as well. Recalcitrant crew also in the vicinity. Wizmo did pop in, get some intel, and pop back out. Things could go from bad to worse here for the team of 1 HP if they do manage to get out of the danger. But Spy Esports are not going to be so lucky as Akainu gets swept away in the dust. And AFRO Esports will clutch that one up quite nicely. They are still up to 3, and they have secured their first point in La Coupe de Africana Grand Finals. Again, all moves to be made going forward. Xerox and the rest of Spy, unfortunately, cut down to 2. It is hardcore, and Xerox working together to see how many points they can put on the board. And Neon Rising, on the other hand, also looking for how many points they can steal from the opposition there. They continue to fade the bullets away to that distance. Unfortunately, not enough to do what is required, but just enough to cause a little bit of a rift between them and the rest of the opposition that is still in the area there. That guy is still rocking a level 1 helmet and vest. I don't like the sound of that. You know, I mean it tends to show that you haven't looted around, you haven't picked up enough utilities. If you're still rocking a level 1, you know, at this stage, it's phase 3 of the circle. Having a level 1 at this point, I don't think it's ideal because you know, when you do start to take engagements, the ease or the significance of you getting knocked away is just a little bit easier, you know, for your opponent. So I don't think it's ideal. I think you also need to focus on getting looted up a lot. You have to make those early moves, early rotations, get your utilities up because it all plays a role in the final third. It is all about surviving to the final third. You know, there's certain teams that I feel when they get to a certain stage of the zone, they're very comfortable. You know, that they, when they just their plan is let's make it to zone 5 and all alive. And when we do, it's a wrap from there. We can take anything from there. But again, what is going on here, bro?
Campaign. If you've not camped at the edges where everyone is going to right now, when you're playing competitive, then you've not played a very intense game to a point you're shaking, you can't even move, and now you have to go to the edge and wait. You can see what the teams are doing here. And honestly, I don't blame anyone. If you can even hold a tunnel and keep quiet and wait for the game to end, do it. No one is going to hold you accountable. No one is going to beat you up because you're 13 teams. We're almost going to the fourth stage of this zone. That should tell you people are not ready to engage at all. Everyone wants to wait. You saw where Afro Esports is holding. Even if the zone is shifting, I'm sure they feel disappointed, but that would have been the best place to hold, to be honest, just to keep it simple, just accepting you're not ready to engage. That's totally acceptable. But we're just looking at the zone and how it's shifting. Four teams that are in the center, especially Spy, we have not seen them engaging, or okay, we've seen them, but they have not moved. They have maintained the same compound for quite some time. So we will just wait and see. Also, little boy from Project X is still around, so that's also an interesting thing. It seems like he's not going for the same fate as the same is. I think he said his name a lot and he decided to change his ways, and now he's an improved man.
So hopefully we are going to be keeping our eyes on him to see if that means something. Merrick glaring through the rest of the guys from Neon Rising, and he is going to be blown away immediately there. Hopped out of his vehicle a tad bit too late, and he will be suffering the consequences there. Unfortunate scenario for him. Hopefully he doesn't get caught out, but doesn't look like that's going to be more to be done. The player killers having a little bit of a tussle with 10-11 on the other side. Again, Neon Rising, can they secure their second elimination? Afro Esports in trouble. It looks like the last two players are fighting a tumultuous battle there. Looks like Beggar will return fire. Mentor is finally going to get picked up, but it looks like Temper wants a piece of the action as well. There's two engagements going on onto that left-hand side, and it will be spamming the grenades over to the top. The first grenade that connects might decide how things will develop going forward. And Afro Esports still finding a way to get their numbers back up. Another opportunity to hold on to the lines there. Neon continue to apply more of the pressure. Temper made a rotation off the right-hand side, will be getting swept away. 10-11 now, looking for a way around. Player killers might start getting killed if they are not careful enough. Left-hand side is looking very free for them if they can make that rotation. But then PK are looking equally as defensive as possible, not trying to give away too many positions, not trying to give away too many angles. And there could be a big repercussion to how they decide to play going forward. The play zone has shifted away, and that will drive their attention and reposition all of them if they can open up. Enemy gets the spray on Wada. Will also take some bullets to the chest there. 10-11 applying more and more pressure. Juru now makes him playing off of that the zone position as well. He takes a couple of more hits, and that will force him into an alternate direction. Again, every single position here is ideal. Amar exposed. Memento gets dropped off immediately as well. Amar, the next one to follow through is 4 Rec. They just pulled up into the scene and they started causing chaos right into the corner position there. And 10-11 somehow in trouble, down to just enemy. Continues to apply some more pressure. Project X playing into the corner as well. They want some of the action. Couple more sprays. Bego's exposed. And Little Boy, this might be the time for him to rise and become a big man. But that grenade might be sent over his way to fall him into the side. And Recalcitrant crew, they might be in trouble here. They might be having a little bit more than they can bite. And they will be sent off back into the lobby. Enemy now is this turn to apply some of that pressure. Grenade sent through right into the cusp. Doesn't connect. Lil Boy has been knocked away. And 10-11 looking for a way inside. And that grenade will be the one that does the job there. Aria low on HP. And 5 eliminations for 10-11. Aria might be holding on just a little bit too long. That grenade is bounced off, but doesn't get the job done. More sprays onto that northern side. Now enemies exposed. He takes a couple of hits, but he has to deal with Aria. He cannot allow his back to be turned. They have to deal with him immediately there. Enemy swaps to the S12K for the time being. Grenades getting charged up. Hopefully he's not careful enough to swap into the lanes there. Aria pops over to the top hand side. Tries again. S12K still in hand. Circling back. Pops the first shot. Tries again. And missed through. He takes a little bit of damage there. And he might be getting knocked away. He does get knocked away into that corner. And Aria with the clutch. Beautiful clutch. 10-11 gets swept away by Project X. And Aria will go grande with that finish. Beautiful touch from Project X. They will keep their hopes alive. 5 eliminations to the good. And 4Rec continue to apply more pressure.
We have to talk about Arya because what is that? The man was exactly where he did want to be. He was in a lot of pressure, and you saw he was composed. That is not something you see happening, especially when you are surrounded. There's nades, there's DBS, there's an S12K, there's literally everything a player is scared of when you're getting pushed as a solo. But wow, I think 10-11 will have to talk about that aside and maybe come to a conclusion of what exactly happened there. But we can see a lot is happening here. Knockouts is also taking out the players from 4Rec. Also, Spy taking a lot of teams are taking a lot of damage. AFRO ESPORTS, unfortunately for them, they've been taken back slowly. The one heavily punishers. Just next to where we have some players from the knockouts team. We have Project X have been eliminated. Unfortunately for Arya, that is in 4th, but that was really good survival play from his end for his team. I believe they should maybe get him something after this game because the man needs a bottle of water for what he just did or whatever it takes. But just seen 1 HP here, trying to get some damage, and the knockouts illuminates right in front of him, trying to see if he can get something happening for his team. But as you can see, I think every single team has a lot of damage happening on their end because of how close they are. Erangel is also a really tricky map with how people get close to each other, with how fights happen, with how people are close to each other. This definitely happens from time to time, and we're expecting to see a change at the end of the day. Which team is going to take up the win? We have Spy here trying to get a revive for one of their teammates that is remaining, and that is a hardcore. That should definitely help the cause, and we'll see how this is going to transpire at the end of the day. We have 1 HP getting to engage against the knockout Illuminates. I saw there in the chat people trying to cheer Abdullah to tell him to do what he does a 1v4 like he did before, and I'm hoping we do see that again. But let's see how this works out for 1 HP. Honestly, with everything that is happening around them, we already have 2 of their players down. Aman, I'm not sure how his name is, but he is really trying to do the most here for his team, trying to cook up a nade. We have Temper third party in the fight from outside the zone. Oh, that is quite unfortunately for one heavenly punishers. I'm sure they did not expect this happening here. But we have Temper going towards a PK, and he's hit by surprise because the DBS takes him out of the baggie and he's taken back to lobby. For the one heavenly punishers, that is it for them. They have survived as much as they could, and now we have just 3 teams remaining. And for knockout Illuminates, they're having a hard time. Hard is down. Oh, hard time, and they have a player called Hard. So I'm hoping he's the best player at this point. I'm hoping he does a lot for his team. But let's just see how it's going to work out for them. But let's see. Oh, danger, stranger, danger. Why is danger snake in there? But it does happen sometimes. The pressure doesn't let you think through what you're doing. But look at the knockout illuminates having a hard time here. Forek might just be getting their second winner chicken dinner. Priest, this is going to happen again, and I don't know what to say, but I think they have taken their spot here from Afro Esports. But you can see Cacao cooks up a nade. I Priest.
For wreck, and they are wrecking the lobby once more. X and Cacao doing an absolute madness now. It's knockout illuminates. Can they do something about this? So 2 versus 2. A grenade sent over from Cacao. Cuts immediately into that corner. Can't seem to time it accurately there. We'll send a couple more grenades. Eslam will take a hit. Falls back again and sways into the line. Cacao prone, and the third one is a charm. X connects immediately. That will be the one that makes it happen immediately as well, and that will be the one that cuts the corner as well. Pops into the corner, and that will be good night. The UMP will outlast the DBS, and 4rec will take the chicken dinner once again. Absolutely insane. Don Bash, what? I'm pretty sure Don Bash is probably tired right now because I'm sure he did not expect that to happen.
Okay. Yeah. Well, as we've seen, and yes, yesterday I said the same thing, that what if this team started with the first game? We have seen some other statistics there, and I think I'm seeing them today in the finals, day 1 of the Le Cup, the Africana, where actually in this map it's usually the test of what can I say? Versatility and strategy. And actually, we've seen a lot of strategy these guys are having, and they are versatile enough here to keep their momentum and keep their cool in the. Actually, they were at a lot of pressure there, and they've managed to maintain their stats. Okay, there we have it, guys. The winner chicken dinner team stats. Here we have now X with 916 damages, 5 elims, followed by Killjoy with 131 damages, elims. Channel O, seems like this time round, this Killjoy didn't kill the joy of anyone, but damages a lot. Corona, there we have now 614 damages, 3 elims. Cacao with 301 damages and 2 elims with a Channel O assist and 2 knockouts. Match summary there. This time round, we can say we have now 54 elims, 60 knockouts, 7,612 healings. Whoa, this shows that there was a lot of fights, there was a lot of damage taken, but anyway, with 7 elims, grenade elims, guys, and assist 28 with 3 vehicle elims. That was one crazy game. And there we have now our comparison here. We have now 4rec with the knockout illuminates, and then we have now 1,962 damages compared to 1,521 for the knockouts. 9 knocks and 9 knocks. That's even, right? For the elims, we have 10 for 4rec and 9 for knockouts. With survival time, their points. We're still seeing 4rec racking in another 20 points and 15 there for the knockouts. And our match MVP here is none other than X himself, telling us to shut it and keep it low. With 5 elims, 916 damage, 3 knockouts, and 126 healing. Okay, let's check on the other stats here. This guy is on fire, taking another MVP in 2 consecutive games. First in the jungle game, and now in the strategy game. So wow, what an amazing Okay, let's see on now our top fraggers of match number 2. As we have now, we have X again with 916 damages, 5 elims, followed by Ariari, the man himself who actually won the hearts here of many with 448 damages, elims 5, and let's go with abs there. We have 702 damage with 4 elims, Leherd with 343 damages, 4 elims, and Corona with 614 damages and 3 elims. Ariari, Kakabraza, I'm sure that time you were shaking. Anyway, we have now the match ranking here for game number 2. Here we have now full raker racking in 20 points, 10 elims, 10 position points, followed by knockouts here with a total of 15 points, player killer with 10 points, 1 HP 8 points, Project X 6 points, 10 11 5 points, Spy with 5 points as well, Tempers 3, Afro Esports 3, all 3 brothers 3 points, Recall with 2 points, MAJD with 2 points, Inferno with 2 points, seem like 3 teams with 2 points, followed by Neon Rising and Full Strength with 1 point each. No Cut Machines, another channel. Oh, they have now overall top fraggers over the day. 2 matches here, and we have now X with 1642 damages, 12 elims, followed by Ammar Jr. with 1064 damages and 7 elims. Corona 1639 damages, 7 elims, followed by Abs with 887 damage, 6 elims. Killjoy 871 damages and 5 elims. That was quite interesting, keeping in mind the assist there, and the knocks are going like head on. Kakabraza. It is what it is here, and yes, moving on to the overall ranking. Overall standing here, as we can see now, full record there with 49 points. Wow! Okay, there we have the knockouts. Knockouts eliminates there with 18 points, 10-11 with 18 points. These guys are leaving these guys with more than 30 points. A gap of 30 points. Whoa, the PKs, 17 points. Temp, 13 points. Spy, 13 points. 1 HP, 11 points. The RC is there with 10 points. O3 with 7 points. X with 7 points. Inferno, IR with 4 points, AE there with 3 points, Wiz with 3 points, 1 hit, 2 points, 4S with 2 points, and Neon with 1 point. It seems like 4 Rec are on the lead, and well, let's hope the other teams will catch up, because that's a gap of 31 points. Okay guys, we will now be taking a short break as we prepare for game number 3.
a test. This is a message. It's time to wake up. Find the beast and scan the code. Attention! This is not a test. This is a message. It's time to wake up. Find the beast and scan the code. Attention! This is not a test. This is a message. It's time to wake up. Find the beast and scan the code. This is not a test. This is a message. It's time to wake up. Find the beast and scan the code.
All right. Match number 3. Slug of the Africana. It is season 2. And it is Priest. And I'm here with Mitch. We just saw Full Rec do a back-to-back chicken dinner. And they dunked on all the heads of the opposition in interesting fashion. Now, the gap continues to widen. 49 points in 2 games. And the next team is at 19 points. There's just levels, Mitch. It is just levels. It is just levels at this point.
Interesting thing is, I've seen someone in the chat say that we cannot predict that Forex is going to win with just 2 games, because we saw this happening in the semis, where we had a team winning chicken dinners back to back, and then when the games were ending at the end of the night, they had moved to position 6. So, do you think such a thing could happen? Because from what I can see is, I believe Forex have sort of now changed how they were playing. I didn't really see them being this aggressive earlier, and apart from the games that were played the day before yesterday, that is when I saw them now becoming quite aggressive. But before then, they were just playing, I think, a simple type of a game, not really aggressive, and I think it has changed in the finals. So when you look at them right now and what the comments said, that we cannot predict, with how Forex is taking their plays, can they still manage to get more wins and stay on top, or will we be expecting some change from the teams that are right behind them? Where did the mans go to?
Well, now is the time for everyone to, put on their dancing shoes and head over to the dance floor and dance all night long, because Forex is looking like they might be running away with it. 49 points out of a 2-match. Out of just 2 matches, and there's 3 more to go. I mean, it's looking long. And we talked about this. We said how many chicken dinners does it take, to win La Coupe de Africana, and Forex, we said 7. Forex has given us 2, 5 more to go, and that's gonna get the job done. But enough talk about Forex, at least for the time being, because we've got Inferno Rage and the O3 brothers. Nigeria versus Ghana. Locking horns there. 007 gets the finish. Ringo swept away immediately with the S12K. And he's all left to cold now. And Sue, grenade, getting charged up. Might toss that one right through the kisser. Rightly so. And it does connect. Reels is going to be isolated all by himself there. His teammate nowhere to be found. And Reels just hung around a little bit too much there. 007 is also going to be knocked away. And scales have been balanced. It's a 2 versus 2. Sue and Cold about to reduce the temperature into that corner as well, but Griff was ready, as he's going to get the angles right. He is going to knock him back into oblivion. Sue now making the advance into the corner again. Will place a little bit of a pace holder into that position. Good spray onto that corner, but Nexus is there again. And we'll get the finish immediately. Very, very close. Very, very dangerous. But 0-3 will raise Nigeria's flag over the corpse of the Ghanaian team.
For Ghana, what has been happening with Ghana? But probably the pressure, same to the one Kenyan team, being a solo team in the building. Sometimes does give us a lot of pressure. But looking at Project X, they just lost the star of their team. I'm guessing there is more to see from the rest of the players. But we have Aria here, has been taken back to lobby already. And that leaves just the three players remaining from their team. For Miramar, I've just lived to believe that in the competitive scene, that Miramar is the shortest map because of how people tend to learn together, because of how big the buildings are, and they can easily encounter fights so early in the game. But just looking at the knockout machines, they're also putting up a lot of fight. Unfortunately, in the second game there, we had them being taken back to lobby. While they were engaging in a fight in Pochinki, they went home quite early. But now in this third game, I'm hoping that we may see more coming from them. I'm hoping that they will really give us more other than just being taken back to lobby really early. And of course, there's a lot to be expected. And for Sudan as a region, they have a lot of teams already in the finals. And of course, the pressure is going to be there. Everyone wants to see from the teams that are qualified from Sudan, which team is going to get the highest or rather the most points at the end of the day. Are they going to be the ones taking the win after the games are over in the La Cup de Africana Season 2 finale? But we'll just wait and see and maybe expect a lot from either of the teams, depending on what their strategy is. And I'm hoping we don't see people playing open field in Miramar. We usually have a lot of third party fights from the mountains here. So it's going to be a really interesting thing to see. But then again, we have to remind you, the people that are watching, make sure you have liked the live stream link. It is just one button, one tap away on your screen, and you can have a beautiful like feature showing on your screen and supporting the stream as it is as of now. Subscribing to the YouTube channel if you're yet to do so, sharing the live stream link to your friends to come watch you guys as you play these games. And of course, we have to thank the production here at Tono Link for doing this really good production for the Cap Africana. We really appreciate them. And liking and doing the rest might just be the best thing to do. I'm sorry, Priest. I just realized I'm blabbing and forgetting that you're around. You're very quiet.
Well, there's a lot of action in the seams here. Looks like 1 HP biting off a little bit more than they can chew there, but again, they didn't manage to find a vehicle and make a little bit of an interesting rotation across the board. Unfortunately for them, they will get out of dodge. 4rec have already started to increase the points once more. 50 points to the good. Look how Illuminates will be chasing as well with 19. And the distance is starting to rise up again. Krona gets the finish. And now 4rec will be taking on two teams at the same time, O3 and I believe Project X. They're not going to like the sound of this one as Nexus gets knocked away by Little Boy. Knight will be getting finished off. And that's going to be Nexus. Good night to him as well. Little Boy going for the pickup. And a little bit of a spray there from 007 to turn things around. But unfortunately, he's just too far out. Not enough to be much of a threat. Project X, unfortunately, will lose one in that exchange. But 4rec will still continue their assault. 2 eliminations right now. And they have been enjoying that high-rise position. They've held on the hillside. Very, very mindful, very demure.
Wow.
Zuya playing off a little bit of a corner here. Jump shot into that right-hand side. Doesn't connect. But 007 wants to take the advance. He wants exactly what time to be. He goes inside, bounces off the first one. But the grenade. He ran inside. Pearls clutched. But he could not survive that grenade. But that was very, very bold and brass for 007. And he did feel like James Bond in the moment, but unfortunately, the bullets and the grenades, he had no answers to.
It's a really interesting grenade there we have seen from the Project X team, and you can see, like I said in Miramar, it's usually very interesting how teams do get to be close to each other so early in the game. Looking at the team like 10, 11, they're far out in the zone. Usually they do that wide late rotation, really coming in the game really late, and I'm hoping that doesn't affect their points with how the zone is moving, with how everything is changing. Sorry, the zone is changing, and they need to do as much as possible. Loot, get to meds. You can see they're lacking in the meds sector. They need to really uh, move as soon as this zone shifts again. This is Miramar, very big map, and moving very late to the zone might not be the best thing. It might cost them some of their teammates. You can see already the one Heavenly Punishers are losing some players to the zone. Their teammate there, Ayman, has been knocked by the zone. That is quite unfortunate. But just look at the Neon Risings. They have a spy team right next to them, and we have already seen a knock. They have been registered by Neon Rising, and we are expecting a push to happen. They are definitely trying to go towards the team there from Spy to maybe try get something happening on their end, and get as many points as possible. They're already in a very tight spot in terms of points for the Neon Rising team. They're really behind in terms of points. So we have another team right in front of Spy Esports. Nades have been seen to be cooked here by Outcast. He's cooking up a good nade, but we have a Kobe here on Zorox. And we have him getting. Oh,
Ooh.
nice. He spots Outcast. We have a fast knock there. Egnio just close there. Beautiful cover gets a knock and a four spy. They're not really that close to each other. One of their teammates is down, and we have seen one of them getting closer to try and get a revive happening here. For Rec getting spotted by Project X. Yes, they did get to take one of their players back to lobby, but they did survive here as they were getting pushed by a beautiful nade that they cooked as they were getting pushed, and it did help them survive at the end of the day. But let's just wait and see. A lot is happening here. Teams are now engaging. We're just in the second stage of the zone, and people are already close to each other. Some fights, some teams might just be taken back to lobby quite early.
All right, Project X and Full Rec have been occupying this little haven of space. They are playing a 2-2 split, gathering all of the intel in this entire region. It looks like Steroids will start to get his Scar L a little bit dirty there. Sends a couple more shots over to that eastern side. There's more chaos brewing as well for them, for Spy Esports. They are making a very interesting rotation all the way around the zone. It's all about the plans and the executions going forward, and it looks like One Hit starting to get a little bit active as well, as they will be running into the Recalcitrant crew up onto that top hand side. Kenzo with the Mini 14 continues to pack a punch here and there. His teammates a little bit out court, and he will be getting knocked away. There's another one that fights into the corner. Wada gets knocked away. Alal Dali's holding up on that position. Good stuff from One Hit. They will come out on top. 4 eliminations to the good. And now they slowly but surely start to climb, start to rise. But it is all about making the right choices, the right decisions. And Full Rec are looking to make it again. You can see that they play it so calmly. They don't play a rushed game. You know, they play very calm, very collected. I'm not glazing. I know someone in the comments probably say I'm glazing. I am not glazing. Y'all need to chill. But they play it so clean. It's so clean, so effective. You know, the way Forek plays. And again, you can see they're just trying to pick off, you know, eliminations here and there. They're not trying to commit to any relationship. You know, they're just trying to stay single, and they'll be taking out single eliminations. 1 elimination here, 1 there. You know, Merrick peeks out, takes some more damage. Grenades getting charged out. into that corner. It looks like that might be something that they will have to deal with there into the corners. And Forek, they might decide that they want a piece of that action. They need to deal with Afro Esports sooner rather than later. Again, we did see Afro Esports put on a very, very solid masterclass performance in the semifinals, but it looks like the pressure is getting worse.
The pressure is getting worse. Okay, for the teams here, this is actually very interesting. We still have 13 teams in the game. People are really getting closer to each other. The zone is about to shift again. We are just going to see what is going to happen there. But we have 1 HP Dueler finally rising to the occasion. We have had people cheering him on, telling him he can do this, and they believe in his ability to do a whole clutch for his team. And already he has taken out one of the players from Temper, 3 of them remaining. Even for Temper themselves, they do have a good a team there in the comment section cheering them on, and they have not been disappointing them. They have really been doing their best to get as many points as possible for their team. But the zone is about to shift, and it's going to be around Chuma Seta. I don't know if it's Chuma or Kuma Seta. I don't know how to say it, to be honest. So don't fight me. But we can see the zone is about to shift there, and a number of teams are not in zone. I'm hoping they do make it to the zone on time just to avoid being eliminated. But we have Spy Esports being taken back to lobby as early as the 3rd stage of the zone. We have knockout machines here. They have been able to take them back to lobby. And we're yet to see some teams in their full potential. Looking at the scores, to be honest, a team like Forek are really making the gap bigger as they continue playing. The longer they survive, the more points they get. They not only get the kill points, but they also get the placement points from how they are taking on the games here. But for Project X, remaining as a duo, you can see how slow their game is. They're just trying to make it to the zone. They do not want to engage in any fight as of now, but for 1 HP, they're still scouting out the team here, Temper. They want to get a push happening here. I'm hoping to see some impressive play coming from them. We have not been seeing them doing it for a while, but I'm hoping we do see anything happening here from the 1 HP team, and I'm here, of course, to see it and experience it with them. And for every other team, of course, as well, we're going to wait and see them trying their level best. But the margin is really, really, really big, the one Forek is creating, and I really want to see which team is going to change the narrative for these games in the La Cup d'Africana finals season 2. And if let's say knockouts gets a chicken dinner, then probably it's going to make them get a little bit closer to the Forek team. But let's just wait and see how this is going to play out. Temper trying to retreat here. They do not want to engage in a fight against the 1 HP team. But for the 1 HP themselves are really trying to get closer. We have Neon third party in that fight. He gets a knock on our man, and I'm hoping that this strategy for the 1 HP team does change. They're really exposing themselves to a lot of fights early in the game. 12 teams remaining. That is quite early to be taking on fights. But let's just see what Neon Rising is up to, because they want to get closer to that team here. But for knockout machines, very far out in the zone, they need to move as soon as possible. Otherwise, we will be seeing a team getting wiped out by the zone if they're not careful and how they're going to do their rotations and what time they're making it to the zone. They really need to consider that at the end of the day. But looking at Afro Esports, we saw them taking 2 chicken dinners in the semi-finals. We're yet to see them doing more. We're yet to see them taking up more chicken dinners. It's the finals. The tables are turning. Forek is now leading. We're not seeing Afro Esports. We're not seeing teams that we have seen taking chicken dinners. We're not seeing the 03 brothers. We're not seeing 1 HP. We're not seeing Temper. We're not seeing these teams coming up. But let's just wait and see what is going to happen here, because Milan right now is taking on the 4 red team. One of their players has already been taken back to them. So things might just change in the 3rd game, but let's just wait and see, because Forek is fighting back. Killjoy is ready to take some joy out of the Neon team, already having one of their players taken back to lobby. That is Sterion. Honestly, I don't know how to say your name. I'm just going to try my best.
Steroids.
At this point. It's not steroids. It's Rio. It's the opposite. That's why I'm confused. I guess he didn't have
Oh,
a way
it's
of writing
stereo
it.
odds. Oh, okay, I see what you mean there, but that's gonna be a very, very hard one to crack. Neon Rising getting super active. Merrick trying to escape the chaos, and he manages to move through with a slither of HP. Baby on baby, trying to deal with the guys from Afro Esports and Full Rec at the same time. 1 HP back to full strength, and that will move them into a better position. 10-11 will get the finish onto Project X, putting them back into the lobby. They will go out in 11th place. Neon Rising, after 4 eliminations, they are trying to look good for the cameras, for the pictures, but that guy is exposed and he gets knocked away there by Julio. And Don Julio might make you start to act a foolio if they can't keep the numbers and the pressure back off from Force Strength. And Force Strength have been quite quiet so far, a couple of eliminations shy of getting themselves into a proper position. A little bit of a sway into the step now from Baby, falls all the way backside. And we'll think again of the rotation that would be ideal for him. Temper and 1 HP start to lock horns, and an exposure there from Julio. And that guy not making too much of a move, and the DBS into that corner immediately connects and tries to go for the finish, but the DBS will slow his movement as well, sways into the side, and he's going to be dropped away. Offset will make him upset. And Force Strength looking weaker and weaker. The clicks in the DBS as the bullets run out of the chamber. Shaq trying his absolute best to wrap things up, but Neon Rising will fall to the play zone. Force Strength, they made a play and they lost it. They will lose 2 of their players to that engagement, and 4 Rec on the other side, waiting for whatever's left to pick up the pieces of that engagement. And Knockout Machines, on the other hand, trying their hand at something special. They will be finding some more eliminations towards the guys from I believe that was I think it was the Player Killers or a couple of other teams up onto the side, but Force Strength will lose 3. They will be down to just Kuz. He's trying to keep his numbers up. Here comes Knockout Machines now on 1 HP. Trying to work hard, but that grenade could be diabolical. Sways over. Dula plays off the left-hand side. Sanju again. Pops immediately. Gets the first stock, but he's going to be dropped away. And Dula's easily swept to the side. And 1 HP cannot survive on 1 HP. They will go back into the lobby again. But hopefully they will revisit the reviews and understand why it is so chaotic. It is La Coupe d'Africana. The tables are turning. The tides are going through. 8 eliminations for 4 Rec. And they continuously try to run away with the game. But 4 Strength are looking for their way inside. 4 Rec also making the play, looking for a way through. Amar with the grenade over the top. S12K to the corner. And Mustafa is going to be on the receiving end of that one. Charges the grenade, pops over, tries to connect. And Mentors up on the other side. Might apply some of that pressure right through the window. Bego on the ground floor. Grenade is getting charged. Peeks into the corner. That grenade, if launched perfectly, will seal the deal for PK. And Killjoy will be taking a hit. 4 Rec finally in trouble here. But Kakao is there, cuts it out, exposes himself to Mentor, and that will be good night. 4 eliminations for 10-11. Player killers will be killed.
Something is happening here on the 4 Rec team. 2 of their players are already down. Looking at what is happening, I don't know if you're going to see another winner in a chicken dinner, because they have just been eliminated, and that means the tables have turned. The person who said in the comment section that we cannot judge just by looking at the first and second games was completely right, and that means we'll be seeing a new team taking up the winner chicken dinner title in the game. That is game 3. We have just 5 teams remaining. Looking at the Knockout Machines, they are taking on a fight against the MAJD. That is 1 hit team. One of their players is already in lobby. That is on Dali. Kenzo is down, getting revived there. But for the other teammates, Pro Max and Priest, what's that name? OCP? What's the name?
Yeah, I'm not certain what the name is going to be called, but it is 1 hit, and I guess we'll call it call it Peak. Is it Peak? OC Peak? Is that what we're going to call it? We're going to find out. Probably going to get an interview from him.
Yeah, for sure.
But from now, 1 hit are starting to find their stride. They're starting to look very, very dangerous. And now they will try to hold off the lines there into that pocket of space being held off, and Roma will be on the receiving end of that grenade. And things are starting to look very, very high up for them if they can keep the pressure on.
It is.
And Peak is just
definitely.
trying to keep a little bit of a lockdown position there. Moa gets knocked away. Glock plays off his western side into that corner. Q's is exposed, and now it's another opportunity for them to tackle and force strength. Will lose their strength. Q's is about to be sent back into the lock. Yo, he missed all of his shots there, but that grenade from Glock will shut it down immediately. And now the 10-11 have pulled up into the scene. Promax gets knocked away. The first one to go down, Amar and Mentor playing off of each other at the left-hand side, and a little bit of a tucked position as MAJD are trying to fend them off. Kenzo prone into that deep position. Grenade is getting sent over. They're trying to find a way inside. 10-11 now, spreading the wings, spreading into the corners. They're trying to reduce the distance between them and full rec. And Chicken Dinner is the only answer. Kenzo will hop out, get into his buggy and reposition. But 10-11, they cannot afford to give away this position. They do have a little bit of the play zone to work with, but they do have knockout machines to deal with as well. But Mentor wants the action. He's swapping over to the other side. He's turned his back to the guys from knockout machines, and he swaps immediately to the MG3. Grenade sent over to the southern side, and he has to be very careful now as they do make that open splay position. Roma gets knocked away by Promax. One hit, looking for all the hits, and they are making all the hits. They're number one on the billboard. 8 eliminations. Left-hand side looking very, very obsolete for them if they can make that play. Here comes one hit again, making a play into that deep pocket of space that has been left open by knockout machines. Grenade sent over now, and Promax is going to be the one swept to the side by that grenade, and another one trolled by Peak as well. Amar falls to the side, right hand side looking very, very conspicuous. Bego pops even to the corner as well, tries to step through, but it's 2 versus 1. He's going to be swept away. Bego falls as well. Amar's also in the danger. Mentor finally getting swept off into the corner, and somehow one hit will be chopped away by Glock, and knockout machine starting to knock out. Bego is still knocked away, and he will be swept away into the corner. Knockout machines.
Nice.
Oh, almost had it. They almost had it. What a finish. What a finish to the game. 10-11, Chicken Dinner. The game is not over yet. Don Bash.
Yes.
What were your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts were actually near the end there. I was expecting that another team will win, but we happen to have now the 10-11, and what actually the chat said, we can't predict, and the undisputed guys, well, there have been a dispute there, and 10-11 have taken that dispute, and yes, we are now seeing 4 wreck there, only wrecking 2 chicken dinners in today's games, and now we're seeing 1 game going to 10-11. Unexpected, but yet proven themselves to be in the La Cup d'Africana, and they deserve to be in the La Cup Africana with their gameplay they have shown us, because it was one epic game, and a lot of strategies have gone there, a lot of comments, a lot I know have gone there, because being a player, so I know them rules of the games. There we go, as we have now the winner chicken dinner team starts there. Bego! Kakabraza, nice to see you there. We have a damage of 181, 1 elim, followed by enemy there with 558 damage there with 5 elims, assist 1, knockouts 2. Wonderful. Mentor, 522 damage, 3 elims, 1 assist, 2 knocks. Nice. Amar Jr. damages 265, 1 elim, 1 knockout, and that's the winner chicken dinner summary. We're going with the match summary as we have now 58 elims, 61 knocks, 7,336 kills. Grenade elims 7 with 26 assists, and this time round vehicle elims, it seems like it was almost impossible to get the vehicle limbs with the wide plain ground open. So when someone comes, you'll actually see them. Okay, moving on to the comparison here, we have now 10-11 with 1,526 damages, followed by with the Whiz with 1,268 damage. Nox 6 and 6, Limbs 10-11 with 10 and Whiz with 8, following the total points. This time round we're seeing 10-11 racking in 20 points and Whiz with 14 points. Seems like this time round we're seeing some teams actually doing the climbing on the leaderboard there. Okay, moving on. Moving on to the match MVP, none other than Cacao for rec. Still, we're still seeing them. We are still seeing them. And the man with the serious look, 5 limbs, 852 damage, 6 knockouts, and 143 healing. Okay. That's the MVP of the game number 4. Seems like actually a 4 rec are wrecking in all the MVPs in all the games. Interesting. Even though they were taken out quite a while in the game, but they are still wrecking the MVPs. Okay, moving on. Oh, there we have it now. Our top fraggers over game number 3. There we have Enemy there with 558 damage, 5 limbs, 1 assist, and 2 knocks. Cacao with 852 damage, 5 limbs, 0 assist, and 6 knocks. Wow, crazy, and it's happened. Mentor with 522 damages, 3 limbs, 1 assist, and 2 knocks. And we have now MAJD there with 638 damages, limbs 3, assist 3, and knocks 2. And the last man here is Aldali Kakabraza. They have now 392 damages with 3 limbs, 2 assists, and 3 knocks. And that is our top fragger of game number 3. Moving on to the ranking of game number 3, there we have now 10-11. The victorious with 20 points there, followed by Knockout Machines there with 14 points, MAJD with 13, Rex there with 11 points, Neon Rising with 7 points, and following the 4 Strength with 6 points, all 3 brothers 5 points, AFRO eSport there with 4 points, 1 HP 3 points, Project X 2 points, Knockout Elims 2 points as well. Player Killers there with 1 point. Spike Esports 1. Inferno 1. Temple Channel O and Wrecked with Recall with Channel O as well. Kaka brother. Okay. For Wreck actually were just position 3, 11 points. Okay, no bad. Still, it is a way. Okay, moving to the overall top fraggers. There we have it. Still, the guy is still telling us, my friend, shush. Still small, mate. Damages X with 1,773, limits 12, assist 3, knocks 6, and the KD of 4. Wise. Cacao there with damages 1,634 there, limbs 10, assist 1, knockouts 11, and the KD of 3.33. Followed by Killjoy, 1,331 damages, limbs 8, assist 6, knocks 6, and the KD of 2.67. And now we have the 10-11 taking the spotlight there with Enemy. Damages 1,013 there, limbs 8, assist 3, knockouts 5, and the KD of 2.67. And there we have Ammar Jr. there with damages 1,329 there, limbs 8, assist 1, knocks 8, and the KD of 2.67. And there we have it, guys. Those our top fraggers are overall top fraggers of the 3 games combined. Now moving on to our total overall standings here, as we have now 4 rec there, wrecking in 60 points, following 10-11 38 points, Knockouts Elims there with 20 points. The PK there with 18 points. Wiz 17 points, 1 hit, 15 points, 1 HP, 14. Spy 14 points. Temp with 13 points. O3 with 12 points. The RC is there with 10 points. Project X with 9 points. 4S with 8 points. Neon 8 points. AE 7 points. And the Inferno with 5 points. Checking on the gap here from position 1 and position 2, we have 22 points. The gap is narrowing. Will it still go on narrowing, or will the 4 maintain their spot? Well, actually the hard part is maintaining the spot. Okay guys, that was it for our game number 3 overall standing. So we'll be right back after this with our game number 4.
Attention. This is not a test. This is a message. It's time to wake up. Find the beast and scan the code. This is not a test. This is a message. It's time to wake up. Find the beast and scan the code.
All right. To Africana, the grand finals. It is match number 4, and I am here with the lovely Mitch. And we have had a fun time tonight. We've seen back and forth action, but it looks like Forek might be running away with today's leaderboard. Or do you still think there is a chance for things to change?
Yeah, there is a chance. 10-11 has proven that it's possible. The margin has become smaller. At first, it was around 40. Now it's smaller, 20, 30. Yeah, it's possible for things to change.
Well, you heard it from Mitch. It is possible for things to change. So she is holding out hope. 1 HP will drop 60 points in this game, and I believe it. It's gonna happen. And if you believe it hard enough, it's gonna happen. So let's keep our fingers crossed. But interesting playing path. What is your favorite playing path? Do you have a favorite playing path? I mean, you can see this one from Starbird down to Hospital. A little bit of a northeastern to a western shift. Play zone is already in the northeast. So again, those teams like Spy, 4 strength, and 1 hit already outside of the zone. Same thing with AFRO Esports and the guys from Recalcitrant crew. Again, they're going to think about it. But 4rec will maintain severity and they will hold it tight. 10-11 in Yasnaya, and they are going to be enjoying that position. But like I asked earlier, what is your favorite flight path? Where would you like the plane to go? When the game kicks off, where would you like your plane path to be?
From Severny to military base. Just because Severny is really good. And what? He missed all the shotgun fires there. He didn't get any damage on the player there. But luckily for them, they had someone here to save them. Otherwise, it would have been a different scenario happening in the school apartments. But luckily, they did survive that. And before they get pushed, the flight path that I usually love is one that is from Severny to military base, just because for a type of flight path like that one, we'll have a really interesting game. You'll have teams in Severny, and then you'll have teams in military base, and then you'll have teams in the middle. So if the zone decides we're going to military base, you can imagine the fight that will happen either of the bridges, either the one next to Novo or the one heading directly to military. So that is usually my favorite playing path. It's usually fun to watch, but we've not been seeing that anywhere in this game. So I just wing it. I'm not seeing a bridge fight.
Wait a minute. Ask your favorite playing path to play, not to watch.
Yeah,
what do you mean your favorite playing path to watch? Ugh, that was criminal from Ringo. It looks like he's lost all of his teammates. Fortunately for him, Cold is back into the mix, but First Man has taken a lot of damage from that exchange. So Ringo is going to have to reevaluate what exactly is going to be his option here. But Inferno Rage have not necessarily had the best start to the grand finals. They are the only team that haven't been representing Ghana in La Cup so far. But hopefully there might be a little bit more to their resolve, if they can keep their heads down. Ringo and Cold, the last two up to apply some more of that pressure. Looks like O3 Brothers will also be getting their hands dirty against 1HP, managing to trade blow for blow there. 007 is going to be the one who bears the consequences of that exchange. A grenade going over the top, just out by the side from Griff. Unfortunately, doesn't get the job done, but it's perfectly launched. Oh, it's perfectly launched. And he knows that it did connect, but unfortunately, there's only so much he can do from there. I think he can hear the grenade. And he does miss just a little bit too shy there. And he will be swinging to the corner. Pops the first one, immediately swaps to the DBS. Rails is into the corner as well, but Punk will get him angled tightly, and Rails will be the last one left on the other side. Nexus is trying to deal with the action on the other side as well. 1 HP, starting to maybe find their rhythm, because they are currently sitting with 16 points in 6th place. So they need something special to crack into that top 3.
What special thing, Priest? A chicken dinner?
Well, something special would be a chicken dinner and a boatload of kills.
I have faith in them. I have faith in these kids. I'm sure. Okay, not all of them are kids, but yeah, I do have faith in how they've been playing. So I'm just going to wait on them and just promise that they'll do better. They have a couple of matches to go, and we have Dula, man of the match. I think the pressure for everyone cheering him on and telling him they trust him, they believe in him, is really maybe giving him a lot of pressure. But we have a beautiful spray there. He gets Nexus again, takes him back to lobby. So now they're trying to gather up some points there, kill points for their team, and I hope they continue the same tempo. But in final range, have already lost 2 of their players. One is Ronaldo and the other one is Gento. So 2 of them have been taken back slowly. Just look at Spy here, passing just next to where we have 4 strength. Already Spy, Xerox has been given some good amounts of damage, but strength has decided that this is not a fight that they're willing to take, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Sometimes it is not really important to engage in a fight if you not see the need to. You can end up losing your players, your teammates really early in the game, and then now you have to maybe camp and find a way of getting as many points as possible for your team. And that them making that call, I really applaud them for that. It's a really good call. We have the 0-3 player, the solo that was remaining, getting 2 knocks on 1 HP. Dula and Fiend have been knocked. One guy remains, and he's going for that push. I think they were not going towards the same path. They're trying to go directly towards Zay, but it did not work out. And now we're going to have a beautiful 1v1 just between Zay and the last 1 HP player here. He's going to be facing a lot of pressure from his teammates. They're probably trying to advise him on how to take this fight, because I mean, we're really putting a lot of hope on the 1 HP, and I feel like I'm also giving them a lot of pressure and that I need to stop doing just to let them play and do their thing. But Zay here has decided that I'm going to wait on you patiently for you to come in here, and I'm going to take you back to lobby. The Uzi is a very dangerous gun. It spits its bullets, it's a literal spitting directly. The whole mag is done. Once you start, it's done. So it depends on how they push, because the same Uzi got 2 knocks on the players from 1 HP, so that does say a lot. But in final range, if their Cold is getting pushed there, Nade is getting cooked, we might see a beautiful Cold landing directly on his face. He retreats in time, but the team here is really going for the push here. They're not letting this man slide, and we have a beautiful knock there. First knock, second knock. Oh, he almost got a 3rd knock there. Unfortunately, the UMP doesn't carry a lot of ammo, and that did disadvantage him, to be honest. But we could have seen something happening there from this guy, and that is the Inferno Rage player, Cold. That is a very good play coming from you, GG's. Good man. And now we're still here at the 1v1 between the 0-3 brothers and the 1 HP players. We're just going to wait on them and see if we're going to see any change If anything is going to happen here
Oh,
between these two, but okay, what just happened there? Hey, okay,
looks like
knockout illuminates. Yeah, let's go, bro.
yeah, looks like knockout illuminates and knockout machines locking horns again. We saw this happen in the first Aranjo game, and
Oh
here is the Connor
yeah.
3BS pops out
Oh.
the S12K, and that will be good night to knockout machines. They've been knocked out again. They will be losing out to knockout illuminates for the second time in a row. It's not. It's very very unfortunate for them. They will be breaking their backs, looking for a way to hold off in that line position again. They've seen how difficult it is to break inside of the zone. We'll be learning that one the hard way, but Kenzo will be getting his teammate back up. It's OC Peak. That's what I've decided to call him. It looks like Arya is not gonna like the taste. Arya is not gonna like the taste of that 5.56 as a full rec will use it to brush his teeth, and he's gonna get knocked away in that left hand side. It's gonna be things are looking very dicey for them, but Arya finally getting picked up. There's still a lot to do for rec. Do they want to concede more bodies to this engagement? It's not looking like it's going to be ideal, but it looks like AFRO Esports are looking for a way through, and they will be getting yet another finish. Sways into the lines. Oh, swap 360 and an S12K to the sternum. Burst open the shotgun shells, and AFRO Esports will hold one hit and turn them into one hit wonders. Back into the lobby they will go. Project X who look very, very comfortable here, trying to get out of danger from 4rec, but it looks like player killers are starting to kill the guys from Temper. Maestrop will be run over immediately as well. Will follow suit. Back into the lobby he goes. 4 eliminations for player killers. Remember, 4rec are still unscathed. They have lost one, so they have to be careful. It's going to take something extraordinary here if they are trying to reduce the margins. But you know, if you're in scenarios like these, Mitch, you know you gotta ask for the extraordinary. You have to ask, you know, the tough questions
Ask
and
or
get the
pray
tough results.
and remind God of the good things you did so that you don't lose. Anyway, yeah, that's that's true, and I'm hoping. Well, if you can see what is happening there, priests, you can see 10, 11. They don't really have a big margin far out from where Forek is. They just need another chicken dinner and another chicken dinner. Then maybe they'll be almost at the same place. Even for knockouts, they're also almost the same place here. So I'm just going to keep my options open. I don't want to predict anything yet, but let's continue playing and see what is going to happen. Let's just not say anything. We don't want to jinx them. I've already done enough jinxing for tonight. For the players, continue camping.
Well,
Yeah.
4rec they have been having a little bit of a trouble trying to break down the defense of Project X. Lil Boy has his head out the window looking for where the opposition is. Does have a sight line on Krona. Might be thinking about it into that corner as well. But Project X have been quite solid in their campaign. And hopefully things will start to look very, very progressive for them. It is a 4 versus 3, so 4rec will not be crashing this party unless they get maybe 2 knocks, I believe. Then that maybe that might lead them to make that play. But again, crashing a building like this is going to take something deep for 4rec to dig into, because they are outnumbered, and this is a very strong defensive line being held by Project X. Again, they could pick them off, and if 4rec decide to crash this party, they might lose a player in the engagement. So things will have to work in perfect unison there for them. Lil Boy peeks out, takes a couple shots, and Crowder will return it immediately. And you can see the play zone starting to shrink out as well. Some teams in that southwestern side looking for a way through. AFRO Esports being one of them. Knockout Illuminates also being one of them, making that push. And 4 Strength have been drinking Blue Zone juice for the entirety of the whole day. Hopefully that will yield something special for them coming into the final third. Play zone shifts quite nicely just outside of Yasnaya. 10-11, heavily blessed. Same thing we could say for Project X. 4rec already trying to make their rotation around the northern side. And you can see them, they're not trying to indulge in this pitter-patter with Project X any further. Yasnaya is the place to be, and all of these teams are starting to realize that. But is it too late or is it early enough? Player Killers and RC starting to lock horns as well. Kit Kat pops the grenade out, tosses it just underneath inside. Jew manages to escape the danger that was looming close by. Player Killers still on the offensive. Suzuya takes a hit. Will be trying to deal with I believe this is the last player for the recalcitrant crew. He takes a little bit of a taste of the DBS. Will sway again to the corner. S12K is in hand. Can he get the angles? Can he get it finished? Mustafa, ground floor, grenade. It's locked in. Might try again to pop one over the top, but again, it is going to take a little bit of the right questions here for him to make something special come out of this one, as Knockout Illuminates continue to illuminate and teach AFRO Esports a thing or two, but that will be the end of RC. They will be sent back into the lobby.
Oh.
Ooh, well, Mitch, you saw that RC got cooked.
Well, that's actual cooking, literally cooking. But yeah, it's getting interesting. Army is still in the building, so that's going to be something else. We're going to see something else.
Well, player killers have decided to turn their sights to Spy Esports. Xerox up on the roof, dealing as much damage as possible. You can hear the S12K spinning outside. Mustafa has been spotted. You can see him dancing. I don't know what that dance is called, but he's dancing out of the bullets. Will be sent his way. Will reposition as well and think quite calmly about the next passage of play. Spy Esports on the other side. Skillful gets the angle. Danger. Not feeling too dangerous right now. As Mustafa peeks out, Xerox has his number, dials it, and he may just answer. A grenade is sent over almost immediately as well to relieve the pressure. Skillful pops another one. Kit Kat pops out immediately as well. Gets the first knock and immediately goes for the confirmation. But unfortunately, he just couldn't get there on time, and he will be swallowing bullets. Down on his knees he will go. All left to Mustafa now. Grenade sent over the top. Does it connect? Charges that one a little bit too long for comfort, but it might be enough to get the job done. It does connect. Oh, what a grenade that was over the top. And that will be a problem, a big problem right now. What a game. Spy had no idea that grenade was coming. They had no idea that grenade was coming. Mustafa will lose a tire. He will lose a tire to that engagement. And ladies and gentlemen, 4rec have arrived to the party.
Finally. What is happening to... That is knockout, right? In his Poliana outside the zone. Unless I'm seeing my own
Well, I
games.
couldn't get a good look. I couldn't get a good look at who that was. Ooh. Oh, that was dangerously close. Too close to comfort for Skillful. Grenades are starting to fly in from 4rec. Hardcore still holding on. And the onslaught will not stop. The smoke's already out in play here. Skillful trying to escape. But the people from his village will not let him go. They will flip his vehicle. And that's going to be an unfortunate scenario. Look at you. Imagine trying to run away from 4rec and your vehicle tips over. You're cooked. You are absolutely cooked. You know that you're not making it out. You see, he's already back. It's a curse. Even this guy's vehicle is tipped over. Like, you're not escaping. You're definitely not escaping. 4rec is coming through. Bro. You're not escaping at all. And here they come already. Cacao is there. Rings the first doorbell, and that will be the end for Spy. They will be sent back into the lobby without putting up much of a fight. trying to escape, but unfortunately their vehicles have been flipped over, and the people from the village won, Spy nil.
Well, for Spy, honestly, the vehicle was flipped. That's okay. I'd say I would have stayed inside the vehicle, just on the passenger seats, and stayed there quietly. Oh, I'm telling you, wouldn't know I'm in that place. I would be quiet. I'd wait for them to leave. They look for me. The vehicle is in the ground. So am I. There's no way you're taking me back to the lobby. But that was really good seeing what happened there. Unfortunately, for them, like you've said, that the people from the village are really working overnight to make sure they don't get a winner chicken dinner. And the prayers that the forward team said in the morning seem to be working wonders for them, because this is the fourth game of the night, and now is when the players have decided it is time for us to become as violent as possible, just to get as many points for our team. We have Neo Rising here just moving around, and 10-11 seems to have joined the 4-rec team there. And it's going to be a really interesting fight, because those two teams are in position 1 and 2. So of course, they're going to battle it out to get more points for either of the teams. We have Project X. They're also engaged in a fight, taking on some good amounts of knocks. We have 4-rec just joining his teammates, cooking up a nade. And we have a Kobe tonight, because we've seen very few Kobe's, but Krona is cooking up a lot of nades, getting the knockout units, taking them back. So 10-11 also having a hard time here. You can see Corona is not taking any chances here. Enemy also receiving a beautiful spray. What is this guy up to? Because he's ready to take out 10-11 single-handedly. We have Mentor there trying to cook up a nade. 10-11 having at least 2 of their players down. We have a revive happening there, but Mentor is trying to get some sort of flank, has been spotted and knocked by a vehicle, tasted immediately. And we have 4-rec getting closer now. Nades are about to fly. Corona still tries to get more nades cooked up. He does the same thing. Cacao gets knocked there with the vehicle. A nade goes inside, gets a task there on enemy. We have 2 players remaining. Only Amar Jr. is the only one standing from his team. The nades there are not stopping. The Mollies are now out. And 10-11 player Junior might just have a lot to do here against the 4-rec squad. And the 4-rec team is ready to take them out, because you cannot remove us from our slot. And that is position 1. He tries to retreat, and off the vehicle he goes. Cacao takes him back to lobby, and that is it for 10-11. They have been wiped out from the game for... Actually, they did get some points there, but Knockout is also gathering some good amount of points. Staying outside the zone might be doing wonders for them. Getting, I think they have 10 eliminations now, and they might be closing the gap between them and 10-11. We have 1 HP player here, Punk, doing exactly what I would do as a player, a very normal player. We have Punk holding there the shack. He is not moving a muscle twist. This is what I meant. Even if it is holding a hole in the game or a vehicle that has flipped, man, you have to do it. At the end of the day, it's the points that you're gathering for your team, and he's doing exactly that. Here we have 4 strength, just getting closer to where we had the fight there between 10-11 and 4-rec. The zone is shifting. 1 HP player has to move from his shack there. I don't think there's another shack he can hold. But for Erangel, there's a lot of holes, not holes really, but small valleys. I don't know what to call them, but they're there. And he can easily hold out one. As long as no one knows he's there, he can just lie down and wait it out. Just looking at the 4 strength team, it's a full team. They have an advantage here when it comes to the fights that they're going to engage in as of now. Punk being taken by the zone, that is also quite unfortunate. I think he didn't have a choice there for his team, but we have just 3 teams remaining. We have 4-rec, we have a neon, and we have 4 strength. Seems like Rec is looking for another winner chicken dinner for the 4th game of the night. Since the 3rd game, they did not get it because of 10-11. They're putting up a fight. And is it going to be possible, Priest, or do you think Neon or 4 strength might just stop 4-rec there? They might not get their winner chicken dinner.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an amazing game for 4-rec so far. They've been absolutely crucial to the game. They have been putting in work, putting in the numbers, but the play zone, unfortunately, will not allow them to take this chicken dinner. I mean, looking at the way the zone is already set up, looking at the number of teams alive, it's very unlikely that Forek can take the game. It's very unlikely that they can even finish, in second or first place, because I think they're going to be eliminated next. But again, the teams just have to play the right. They just have to play the right way and hold the defensive line that they already have in the compounds and the edge of the zone so far. I think that would be ideal for them as Neon Rising and Force Strength. If they do, the only way Forek can take this game is if these two teams start to lock, into each other. Neon Rising already making that move, and Crow now peeks out. He's going to be knocked away by Kuz, and now Force Strength might have that opportunity to make that play into that corner. The knock's already coming through. They know exactly what it needs to be done. But Kakao already popped the smoke. He's already there to get the reset to get Forek back to full strength. But Julio and the rest of full strength's already repositioning. They've just about had enough of Forek again, and Julio gets knocked away immediately by Kakao, but the rest of his team is already there as expected. I knew they were not going to make it through. It was going to be a very, very impossible task for them, but they put up one hell of a game. And now Neon Rising, can they rise to the occasion? Steroids back off into the lines. They do have a sideline position. This would have been very ideal for them to deal with this position being overwhelmed and held up into that corner. Lil Boy peeks out, first couple of sprays into that corner. Surely he spotted John Julio and the rest of his team there. Steroids gets the spray on, and a beautiful one to follow suit. A grenade to follow suit as well. Julio falls down as well. Trouble for Force Strength. They've lost two in the chaos, and now Neon Rising starting to rise up. One elimination after the other. The smoke's starting to come outside. Play a little bit more defensively here, and things might just break open. But unfortunately, the grenades will not stop. They will continue to lane forwards. Baby on baby action. Steroids goes for the finish. Julio will act the Fulio, and that will be good night to him. Two bodies left, and Offset and Kuz. Can they make something special happen here? Can they turn out a 2 versus 4? The pressure is absolutely insane. Neon Rising will not let the opposition rest. Steroids hops out of the vehicle, stopped out on his knees. He's going to be falling to the side, and now he's left to just Offset. Can he perform an upset? Tries it to the left-hand side again. DP28, he pops into the left again. Baby takes the damage, might be getting swept off, falls behind the vehicle, but he will not be happening. Force Strength not strong enough to take the chicken dinner away from Neon Rising.
That was satisfying to watch. That was a beautiful end of the game. I mean, this is game 4. Violence is up. Let's just hear what Don Basha has to say for us, because Neon Rising did not come to play. Did not come to play.
Yeah. Bro, please, I was about to tell you to slow down because you were about to swallow your tongue, mate. Well, anyway, that was one incredible. Okay, actually, incredible is that it's not the exact word we're looking for. It doesn't do justice there, because that was more than incredible. Because, well, we are now actually getting to see these teams their true potential. Because with what we've seen all of these teams have qualified to go to the finals, and yes, now we are seeing the winner chicken dinners team, the Neon, that guy with 303 damages with 1 limb, assist 3, knock 1, Neon Shakzine damage 68, limbs 1, assist and knocks 0, with the baby with 514 damages, 2 limbs, 3 assist and 2 knocks. And the last with the name is confusing is Steroids, not steroids. Steroids damage 265, limbs 3 and assist 1. The match summary seems like this time round we have limbs and knocks on the same level, 58-58, with the total healings 7-7-7-7. Damn. These guys were doing a lot of calculations, mate. Grenade with 4 limbs and assist 35. Vehicle limbs. I'm sure these are for rec, because I saw them. I saw these guys wrecking in guys. They're taking guys down with them vehicles there. Okay, that was the match summary of match number 4 of day 1. Moving on to the next comparison here, we have now Neon with 4 wreck. Okay, Neon rising there with damage 1150 and 4 wreck with 1938. Nox Neon 4 wreck 7 limbs equal 7 and points 17 for Neon and 12 for wreck. Seems like 4 wreck still holding damn position. Anyway, moving forward here to the match MVP. Leherd, the knockout elims. Leherd there with a total elimination of 799 damage, knockout 5 and healing 273. Yeah, here we go. Herd, seems like this guy was going hard on this game, getting the MVP. Super. This time round, I'm seeing 4 wreck getting, well, displaced there. Okay, there we have now the top fraggers of game number 4. We have now Leherd there with 799 damages, 8 limbs, knocks 5, followed by Cacao. 831 damages, 5 limbs, and 3 knocks. Seems like these guys don't want to assist anyone. Steroids, 265 damages, 3 limbs, assist, and knocks 1 each. And Strange Danger with 375 damages, limbs 3, assist 2, and knocks 2. And the last here for this with Baby, damages 514, limbs 2, assist 3, and knocks 2. Whoa, that's the top fraggers here for match number 4. Going for the match ranking, match number 4 here, we have now Neon with a total of 17 points, followed by 4 wreck with 12 points, 4S of 4 strength with 11 points, knockout elims with 11 points, player killers with 9 points, and 1 HP there with 8 points, followed by AFRO ESPORTS 7 points, 10-11 7 points, O3 Brothers 3 points, Project X 2 points, and Rec there with 1, MAJD 1, and Spy Esports 1 point each. Tempers, Knockout Machine, and Inferno with a pure channel. Okay, moving on now to the top fraggers overall. Seems like yes, we're seeing now X has been replaced. Okay, Cacao there with 2,465 damages, 15 limbs, assist 1, and 14 knocks with a KD of 3.75 there. Leherd, 1,248 damages, limbs, 12 assist, 0 knockout, 11, and KD of 3. X, 2,063 damages, 12 limbs, 4 assist, 7 knocks, and KD of 3. And number 4 there we have now Amar Jr. with 1,604 damages, limbs 10, assist 2, knockouts 10, and KD of 2.5. Corona with a damage of 2,770, limbs 10, assist A and 9, knocks 12 with a KD of 2.5. Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, seems like we're still having the 4 wreck in the overall top fraggers leading, taking the lead. Seems like X was replaced by Cacao, but no worries, still on the leaderboard there on the top fraggers. Oh, and there we have now the overall standing for the match. 4 matches straight. There we have now 4 wreck there, holding their position at position number 1 with 72 points, followed by 10-11 with 45 points, a gap here of 27. Okay, knockout elims there with 31 points, at the PKs there with 27 points, and Neon 25, 1 HP 22, 4S with 19, the Wiz with 17, 1 hit 16 points, Spy X there with 15, and O3 with 15 as well. AE, AFRO Esports there with 14 points, Tempo with Tempo there with 13 points, the RCs with 11, X with 11, and Inferno. Seems like these guys have not yet opened up their fire with 5 points on the games. Okay, there we go, guys. As we've seen there, that's our overall signing of our 4 matches tonight. Still having one more game here, and we'll be right back in a few.
Attention. This is not a test. This is a message. It's time to wake up. Find the beast and scan the code. not a test. This is a message. It's time to wake up. Find the beast and scan the code. Attention. This is not a test. This is a message. It's time to wake up. Find the beast and scan the code. Attention. This is not a test. This is a message. It's time to wake up. Find the beast and scan the code.
All right, it is match number 5, ladies and gentlemen. And what a time to be alive, to witness the greatness that is La Coupe d'Africana. And we have all seen how critical these teams have made it to be at this stage in the grand finals. And what a game. What an absolute games. What an absolute turnout we've had. We are able to, get things locked in and being very progressive. It is your boy Priest on the mic with Mitch. Mitch, how do you think this last game is gonna go? Do you expect any upsets? Do you expect any surprises, or do you think Forek can just close the day on a big bang?
Yeah, the last game is going to be interesting, and I believe that's because of what we've seen in the fourth game. Uh, Honestly, I don't know why people wait till the end of the game to fight, to be violent, to get more points, with kill points. Oh my god, we have not been getting points. We are lacking behind. Let's do this and that. But for this last game, honestly, I'm expecting a lot of violence. I'm expecting people to fight back to back because they need these points. But then, of course, for some teams, for a team like Forek, they might try and maybe gather, maybe kill points, and maybe they're getting too comfortable. But we've not seen that yet. But if they do, that's what we'll see. But for everyone else, for the teams that have lost hope, they might go play violently and just see what may let it be. But yeah, that's what I'm expecting in this last game.
All right, it's all about the expectations and then see what is going to be ideal. But take a look at that interesting zone we've got. Something very much more Eastern, but some teams are already getting very active. It looks like it's knockout machines that will be trailing out there. Roma trying to fend off his own, but he's gonna take a hit. One hit is all it takes. One hit is all it takes, and you're gonna be knocked away. And unfortunately for knockout machines, they have not necessarily had the best start to the tournament. They did look very comfortable earlier on, but unfortunately, there's only so much they could do going forwards. Knockout Illuminates as well, and Player Killers, all of which are chasing the bag, where 10-11 is currently nestled up in second place. But again, Neon Rising with that chicken dinner, it boosts them all the way up into fifth. 1 HP also there in second as well. Looks like Inferno Rage and 4 Strength couldn't crack the pressure, but it's like 1 HP, trying to deal with one hit, one after the other as well. Finn trying to get Punk all the way back up. Dula very low on HP, one hit looking for a way through, and that is going to be the closing of that chapter. One hit. Looking very idealistic with the way they did get finished. They'll be sent back into the lobby.
Why is one HP
still continues. I mean, it paid off. 4 eliminations. It paid off, Ooh,
It
but
did.
they're so low on HP.
Yeah.
And knockout machines might capitalize on this though. Dula's not even able to get his HP back up, so it's going to be a very difficult one. Finn gets knocked away as well, and now they will decide to crash in and reap what is left of 1 HP. He did manage 4 eliminations. Hopefully that will put out something solid for them. 20 rounds in the chamber. Is it enough? Is it enough for Sanju? 1 HP. Again, I've expected a little bit more from them, based off of the cup stages. They were the best performing team. They scored over 122 points. They won 3 back-to-back chicken dinners.
Oh.
Unfortunately, the UMP reigned supreme. 2 low on HP. Sanju swaying into the corner, and Glock 9 is aware. He might be going for that finish, but all it takes is one touch.
Yeah.
And he will be touched back to the lobby.
It's really unfortunate, they were low on HP. They engaged Ali, and you can see they did get the 4 points to what they have, but that has just made them be eliminated, this early, and it's not something maybe they had in mind, but okay. I'm just going to wait and see. Maybe there'll be more sooner.
Well, we're gonna be keeping our eyes peeled there, and it's gonna be a little bit of an interesting turn of events if we see how it works going forwards. But again, there's still a lot of pressure being mounted on Spy Esports right now, because they're not too comfortable, currently sitting in 10th. And this today will everyone is going to go back home, pick up the VOD reviews and just take a look around and see where did we go wrong today and what could we have done better. That is how to advance. I mean, I saw it. I saw it from the PMGC in Cilio. They were absolutely fantastic in the final days of the PMGC. They learned, they adapted, they got so much better, based off of the reviews and everything that they experienced. They did so much better in the final days, and I hope they also keep that up in the grand finals. But again,
Well, we'll just wait and see. But honestly, my hope is that one day we get to see these teams in PMGC. Like literally challenging and then becoming the talk of PMGC. Like, where has this team been, and why have we not heard about them before? It's going to be a really interesting thing and quite motivating to people, especially the people that play, these games, just region-based games. They tend to grow and learn. So even if they don't win, I'm hoping that they do learn at the end of the day. Maybe they go back and rewatch the live streams and see this is what has been happening, and that this is what we need to improve. This is how this team won, and they won because of this. But I'm not saying that everyone will do that. But I'm hoping we do get some teams that did that. I'll be really proud to see some teams from here going all the way to PMGC.
well, the journey begins with the dream. You gotta have the dream. You gotta make the dream work.
Do you have the
Full
dream?
Rec have been making all of their dreams work, Of course, I mean, if I go to PMGC, I'm easily gonna drop like 40 kills per game. So I don't know what's so funny.
That sounded like comedy in my head. Please repeat. I can only imagine. They'll recruit you from the first game. No. They'll be like, who's this man? Bring us this man. We need to see him. Oh, please. But it seems like Temper is taking out knockout Illuminates. Two of their players have already been knocked, and Temper is going all out. I've seen their fans there. They're still going strong in the comment section, still cheering on Temper. And like I say, they're not disappointing. They're really trying their best to get as many points as possible for their team. They also need to get as many kill points just to improve their position in the overall ranking. But we have the players from Knockout Illuminates just right in front of him, of them. Coco, they're trying to get some damage on the knocked players, and the revive has already taken place. Hard has been revived and is ready to take on a fight now. And probably this might not be those fights you want to take up. The IGL should probably tell the team, let's leave this place as soon as possible, because you don't want to lose as many points. But we have first man there being taken back to lobby. Two of his teammates are just in front of the players here. Temper Light getting knocked for 10-11. 10-11 is third party the fight. Okay, and captain has been taken. The kill has been stolen from 10-11 and has been taken to a knockout there. They've taken the point from them, and it's definitely going to start some anger for sure. And we'll have 10-11 maybe go aggressive from that. You just need something small to trigger you to play better or fuel you to go towards a team and get your points back. But looking at what is happening here, Temper Coco has decided to retreat because his teammate Light is knocked and only one guy remains, that is him. And for the team, they're knockout. They have at least three of their players still standing. Only one of them was taken back to lobby. 10-11 on the other hand have not lost any, but they are not engaging again. They've just decided to go silent from that first knock. But we have a push here happening sooner or later. Junior, they are just close to them. We have a knock there. Beautiful knock. 10-11 for the first time. I'm seeing them engaging in a fight this early. We've gotten used to them waiting till the end, maybe the second zone or third zone. So third to fourth zone, that is when we see 10-11 coming up. But for this game, they have decided it is going to be either we go all out and get our points, or we are not going to improve our position. I'm guessing their goal is to take out 4rec out of the position 1 slot, but we don't know if that's going to be possible after this game. But we'll just have to wait and see. They need to get at least 20 plus points from this game to just get closer to where 4rec is as of now. And knowing 10-11, is this possible? Because you said it is not 10-11. The team that is it in Nigeria is AFRO Esports. So tell me, can they do it?
You said it, not me, but it is what it is. Big chance. Good grenade sent over. Amar switches over as well. And Knockout illuminates the team that is currently chasing after 10-11. They might be trying to swap out into the lines there. Bounces off just right on the time. Enemy plays over to the corner as well. 3BS trying his best. He takes a lot of hits and he will be swept up in all of the commotion. 10-11 will secure 4 eliminations. And that is a very, very strong way to start the final game. But 4rec are also in there. 72 points to the good. 10-11 are trying their best not to allow the distance to exceed an unwinnable fortress of points being accumulated by recalcitrant forces. But we're going to keep our eyes peeled to see if that's going to be the case. Reels has been spotted and he takes a lot of damage. Unfortunately, he will be getting knocked away. And it looks like he might be 4rec. That did get the knock on his position. 4rec and guys from their 3 might take a little bit more time to think things through, but Mori from Player Killers is gonna try his own best to work through the hinges into the corner as well. Glock is exposed, gets knocked away immediately as well, and potentially will be getting finished. Goes flushed down the toilet by Kit Kat. Player Killers looking much more comfortable as well into the corners. And Mushaks also the next one to bite the dust. 2 knocks and 2 flushes. Knockout machines have somehow started to crumble under the pressure. They did start the day very, very strongly, but it looks like what is required to carry the game through to the finish line may have just been found lacking.
PK. You know, PK is a gum in our country, like a name of a sweet. PK. But we'll talk about that later. Just looking at the teams, so far it's not looking good for a couple of teams. At least 3 teams have been taken back to lobby. 4 strength seems like they did not join us tonight for the last game. Rage as well did not join in the last game. That means they have really lost a couple of points there. For 4 strengths, they had already gathered up a good amount of points. And if they played this game, who knows? Maybe they will have even made it to the top 5 or 4. But let's just wait and see. Project X players here, just closer to where we have AFRO Esports. Outcast spotting them, trying to get something going on there. We have another team just moving around right next to them. We'll have at least 3 teams at the same place, and it will definitely be an interesting fight to watch. And we'll just have to wait patiently to see if they're going to push each other or not. This is the first Miramar game that it is not as aggressive as the other Miramar game that we just saw, but we are yet to see what is going to happen here. Players are playing it safe. It is the last game of the first day of the finals, and you can see Spy was moving around vehicles. They have at least 2 of their players knocked. They are not sure if they're going to get the revive. The third one there is also being taken back. So actually 3 were down. 1 guy remains from Spy Esports, and they have a lot to do there. Open field there. They have a team like AFRO Esports looking at them done here. They're trying to get as many knocks as possible happening towards them. We have Forek joining the party, and they're ready to gather up as many kill points as possible. They are not going to let anyone take position 1 out of them, and that is why I'm not saying they want to play aggressively, but you can see they're not shying off from that fight. They want to engage and get as many points as possible from the fight that is happening right next to them. We have AFRO Esports just also moving around, where we have at least 4 teams almost at the same place. We had the Spy there. We have Vorek. They were also here at the same place. We had Project X also at the same place. That means a lot of teams are not shying off from the fights anymore. It is the last game of the night, and they want to get as many points as possible happening. We have a Killjoy there with a Kobe getting the constant crew knock there and confirming their knocks. Forek for sure is really trying to gather up those points. They have decided to go aggressive, and I like to see it. I love it when they decide it is time, it is now or never, and that is what makes the games in PUBG Mobile even more interesting.
You're right. You're absolutely right. That's what makes PUBG Mobile the #1 most interesting game in all of the world. I said it here. If you want to argue, come and fight me. I'm in my house.
Yeah.
But recalcitrant forces have been enjoying today. They have been enjoying a very, very solid spell of games, and now they have set their sights to RC. They have stolen 4 eliminations, and it is starting to look more and more promiscuous. The teams that are trying their best to find a way through into the game so far. But it is unfortunate that Forek will continue to pummel these teams one after the other, playing off of that southern side. And they will think twice about making their next play Coco. The last one alive for Temper. He's prone, not making too much of a noise, not moving too much of a muscle. And things will go very, very interesting for them if they do manage to keep their numbers alive. But the play zone shrinks quite nicely, and it does shrink towards the southern side. Now, take a look at that full wreck in a 2-2 split. Look at how nasty that split is. All of the information in the south, they have covered it all. They have all the knowledge of what's going on in the south. Oh, that's a nasty peak. And AFRO Esports, they know not to try that one again. He's definitely not going to do that again. He's learned the hard way. If I peek, I am cooked. And you were right. He's going to get slapped up with that Mini 14. I'm sure the sight of this Mini 14 excites you.
Yes,
Mitch, because I'm pretty sure that's the only gun you know how to shoot. You can't even win me in a 1v1. So I know for a fact that you ain't even got it like that. You don't even got it like that for sure. But Project X... sure. I'm jealous of you because you can't shoot
the best sniper.
Right? Ain't nobody. Yeah, sure. You say anything at this point. You will tell any lies at this point. It's fine.
I will find
it's fine. Nobody in the comment section is not even agree with you. They know that I'm better. Ooh, 10-11. Could have a little bit of trouble there, but fortunately they will be cutting out Spy Esports, and that was very, very close. Too close. Mentor did get knocked away, but now the chase is on. 10-11, 5 eliminations. Full wreck with 4. Full wreck continues to extend. We need almost average, looking like a big possibility for them, trying to average 80 points there. Neon Rising trading off against player killers. They will be losing 2 more sprays onto that northern side from Shaq as he parks the vehicle, the Bentley Bentayga, just a little bit close to the ridge line there to feed off some more intel to that guy. They are looking very, very comfortable with the split, but they will make that advance a little bit closer to the circle. Steroids will hold the warehouse for the time being.
Tell us. You have told me no one will agree with me, and you want me to join you? But we have Neo Rising here. Just look at the PK team there. Mustafa, sir, what? Mustafa passing by there and getting some spray on him from Baby, and doesn't really get any damage registered yet. Looking at Forek, they seem to be getting some damage there on their side, but we just have to wait and see what happened there. Project X having a hard time here against the Afro Esports team. Needs flying in. The teammate there has been tested, and Afro Esports is not letting this man go. They're ready to take him down. Second of Suzuya is down, leaving just Little Boy. Seems like Little Boy is the only saving grace for, I thought it was going to be the saving grace, but unfortunately, he has been taken back to lobby. And just after they have finished this fight, we have a team creeping in there. That is Forek, and we can see Cacao watching them from the side, probably trying to look for a loophole. To get at least 1 or 2 knocks from the Alpha Esports team just after they finish their fight. And we're yet to see if that's going to work out. But Neo is down, a revive is taking place. Male is getting the revive, and Forek is just waiting there by the edge, because if they have to make it to the zone, they need to pass by right in front of where we have the Forek squad. We have just 6 teams remaining. A lot is happening. Fights are taking place. One of the teammates from Forek has been knocked, and that means that they are actually at a tight spot. They are yet to see if they are going to be able to be the ones gatekeeping Afro Esports, or Afro Esports will just go towards them and be the team that is going to gatekeep them.
Who is
as they
parking
try
these
to-
vehicles, man?
as they try to make it to the zone? Probably you, because you've just said.
What? I'm
Anyway.
the best driver, man. Don't even.
You said
Do
one.
that,
You've
man.
been
I
lying in
drive.
the live stream. You said one, you'll get 40 kills in PMGC. You said two, you're the best driver. You said three, you're the best sniper. Yo,
These are all facts, though. These are easily all verifiable facts. So please,
no one. You say
just don't
me.
argue.
No one will support you in the comment section. For me, I just need to tell my team, my people to come and support me because they've seen me play, and you'll see. They'll say I'm better than you. See, I'm not lying on the live stream. PK there, sporting the team players from Afro Esports. Beautiful spray there from Rec. Gets at least 2 knocks there from the AE Afro Esports team, but the PK team just watching from afar, trying to get maybe some third party kills happening here for their team, but nothing happens yet. Nades are still flying in towards the player from Afro Esports. A lot of nades are really on him right now. Adcast does not have anything to do other than try and survive. He's smoking out the place here, cooking up a nade, trying to get something happening for the PK team. But will it work out for him? Because we have Forek and we have PK, the player killers, just waiting on Outcast to make a mistake. And the Forek team, Killjoy, is still destroying people's happiness in this game. He has not stopped, and he's not stopping at any point. You can see for their team, he's the one who's basically getting a lot happening. He's really aggressive and going for the kills. We have Coronai getting closer. Player killer cooks up a nade. Killjoy still tries to get some.
Ooh.
Forek is not letting anyone remove them from their position 1 slot. They are just playing aggressively, and I'm so happy I called it, because for once I'm not. Aya, where did that guy come from? Chilling in the vehicle. He gets some damage there on Rex, and he's healing up, so he's going to be pushed, of course. We still have pre-fires from Mustafa, but the teammates from Forek are really giving him a lot of cover. He's unable to do anything here for his team, and Coronai with another nade. They take out the players there from PK. Are taking the bats lobby with just 4 teams remaining. The players from Neon are having a hard time from Forek as well. And the damage, the knocks, the players have all been taken back to lobby. Looking at Forek right now, they have already bagged 11 points, and now they have to go 1v1 against the 10-11 as well. So that's also going to be a fight that we want to see, and want to see what is going to happen at the end of the day. But we have recalcitrants just making it hard for 10-11. I'm sure they are almost telling the RC team, please hold it, because we want to take out the Forek team for you. But that is not going to happen. We have Wismo there getting a knock on 10-11. Cronai, changing his location, taking some flank here, going towards 10-11. He gets at least 1 knock there on RC team. For Junior, he's really safe, because Cronai is making it hard for RC to get anything happening towards him. They're not going to damage him at any point, because at this point they're distracted. We have Killjoy joining in the nades. Oh, I don't know what happened there.
Ooh. does manage to break the defensive line being held through by 4rec now. It's all left to X. Can he apply some of that pressure? Molotov sent over by Sval. Grenade! Oh, what a grenade from X. Immediately cuts that to size. 10-11 had 4 players. Now they have 1. Grenade sent over to Amar, and that one will connect from Krona. And a chicken dinner. 3rd time in the night. 4rec cannot be stopped. Chicken dinner after chicken dinner after chicken dinner. 4rec are just running away with it.
Yep, that's for sure. Because as we've seen, the 4recs on the lead in the last game. Okay, guys, there we go. Have it for REC leading the game once again. Okay, they have been on the top leaderboard here, but they have lost 2 games. And now they have reclaimed the title of the winner chicken dinner madness here. And yes, they are there at the top still. Okay, let's now check on the winner chicken dinner team stats here so that we know what will happen. By the way, guys, it's a team for REC. We have X there with 382 damages there with 3 elims, knockouts 2. Killjoy with 705 damages, elim 5, assist 4, knocks 3. And Karonai with 1,203 damages, 6 elims, assists 2, knocks 8. Damn! And we have now Cacao there with 391 damages, elim 0, assist 1, knocks 1 as well. And there we have it, guys. As we have now Karonai, the man with the most kills and the most damage, win the winner chicken dinner team for REC. Okay, moving on to the match summary. Here we have now, still we're going to have a tie in the elims and knocks with 51 kills and 51 knocks following the healings here. Seems like this time round there was no heals. People are not healing, actually they were just taken out pronto. 4,952 heals. With the grenades, we're seeing now 7 grenade elims. Damn, these guys are serious with 29 assists and 1 vehicle elim. Okay, moving on to the next summary here we have it. The comparison. Okay, we have now 4rec and 10-11, 2,679 damages here for 4rec, 1,298, 10-11. Knocks, 4rec 14, 6, 10-11. Elims, 4rec 14, and elims 9 for 10-11. Total points here going for 24 points for 4rec and 15 for 10-11. And there we have it, guys. We've seen the comparison there favoring 4rec. Knocks 14. Seems like the moment they knock these guys, they are confirming them kills. Moving to the match MVP. Kakabraza. Karonai there with 6 elims there and 12. 1,203 damages assisted to knocks 8 and healings going with 187. Top fraggers of match number 5 there. We have Karonai with 1,203 damages, 6 elims, 2 assists and 8 knocks. Number 2, Killjoy with 702 damages, 5 elims, 4 assists and 3 knocks. Number 3, we have Ammar Jr. with 534 damages, 5 elims, 3 assists and 4 knocks here. And there we have it, the guy who shuts you and tells you to chill. X there, 283 damages, 3 limbs, and 2 knocks. With Merrick, 493 damages, 3 limbs, 2 assists, and 3 knocks. Much ranking there as we have now. It's a full record, wrecking in 24 points, 10, 11, 15 points, AFRO Esports 9 points, Neon Rising 7 points, Knockout Matches 6 points, Rec there with 6 points as well, Player Killers there with 5 points, 1 HP 4 points, O3 Brothers and Knockout Illuminates there with 2 points each, Tempers, Project and MAJD with 1 point each. Spy, Full Strength and Inferno going with a pure channel O. Moving on. Overall top fraggers. And there we have it, guys. Karo Nai there taking the lead with 3,973 damage, 16 limbs, 11 assists and 20 knockouts with the KD of 3.2. X at position number 2 with the top fragment, 2,446 damage, 15 limbs, 4 assists, 9 knocks, and a KD of 3. And moving to number 3, there we have now Amar Jr. with 2,138 damages, 15 limbs, 5 assists, 14 knocks, and a KD of 3. Cacao at number 4 there with 2,856 damages, 15 limbs, 2 assists, 15 knocks, and a KD of 3. And there we have it, our number 5 here. It's Lehard with 1,530 damages, 13 limbs, 0 assists, knocks 12. And there we have it, our overall standing there. We have 4 Rec still on the lead with 96 points, 10, 11 with 60 points, a gap of 36. Okay, Knockout limbs there with 33 points. Neon 32, PK 32, 1 HP, 26, AE with 23, Wiz with 23 there as well, 4S with 19, RC with 17, 1 hit 17, O3 17, Spy 15, Temp with 14, X with 12, and IR with 5. Seems like 4 Rec are here to dominate. And yes, keep in mind that this is our first day of the grand finals, as we will have the next set of games in our day 2. So guys, thank you very much for being here with us. And yes, okay, by the way, today's games winners, that is, we have matches. Match 1, we've seen 4 Rec with 29 points on Sanhok, the map of jungles. At number 2 there we have now 4 Rec as well, taking the win Erangel. Match number 3 is where 4 Rec lost touch in Miramar. And 10-11 managed to get the winner chicken dinner with 20 points. At match number 4 we have Neon at wrecking in 17 points in Erangel, taking the winner chicken dinner in match number 4. At match number 5 here, we have 4 Rec wrecking in 24 points. Kaka Braza, there we have it, guys. We've seen our today's schedule there, and yes, it was amazing. 4 Rec wrecking in 3 wins, and there we have now 10-11 and Neon wrecking in 1 win each. Okay guys, as you've seen, our today's game were epic, not forgetting our humble and yes, magnificent casters we had, which was Mitch and the priest who always bless you when you are taken back to lobby. Don't worry guys, he's there to make sure that you reach back to lobby pronto with some blessing. So guys, we'll be back tomorrow with the day number 2 of the grand finale. So don't worry guys, tomorrow will be another day for some serious action. So guys, it's your boy Don Basher here signing out today, and good night, God bless.